Turtle Gang, hit that like button as you come in. That's right, Dolly's early. Turtles, what's good? Back in the house. Don't fight it, light it. Let's get those likes up. Hit it as you come in, baby. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there today. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, Suzanne. What's up, turtles? Somebody light a match. Time to set the world on fire. I see Paper Cut Tina's a big, huge star on YouTube these days. Welcome to the Murder Crew. There's a glare on your name. What is up, Turtle Gang? It is good to see my beautiful turtles today. I hope everyone is doing great. So, as we found out yesterday, we're going to jump right into this. We'll go into the Idaho 4 in a minute. I just want to touch in on Billy Jawbone. Okay? We know she went to jail yesterday. Okay? I don't know if she's out yet because I slept in today because I was up late last night. So I slept in. And I don't know if the lady got out of jail or not tonight. All right. That's why there's a big question mark up there. But I haven't seen nothing that says Billy Joe is out. I like your beard thin, Jimmy. Looks cool. Okay. It's getting all homeless again. It's almost time to shave. It's almost time to shave. So I don't know if she got out of jail. There's a lot of rumors of why she went to jail yesterday. One of them being that she had an earpiece in her ear, and the judge got onto her because she had an earpiece and a phone with her in the court. Okay, and just to clear this up, what that outfit she was wearing was not a bulletproof vest. Okay, that is not a bulletproof vest. That is a suicide turtle suit. Okay, I will show y'all and prove to you that is a suicide turtle suit. So apparently, when she got into the jail, she was either disorderly, okay, because this is how you end up in these suits. Because trust me, I've been to jail enough to know how you end up in one of these suits. When you go in there, there's a series of questions they asked you. Have you ever thought about hurting anybody else? Anybody that's been to jail, I know this. They ask you these questions. Are you part of a gang? Okay, do you have any gang ties? You ever thought about hurting anybody? You ever hurt anybody? You ever been sexually assaulted? You ever sexually assaulted anybody? They ask you crazy things like that, right? Have you ever thought about hurting yourself or hurting someone else? And if you answer yes to you've thought about hurting yourself or you plan on hurting yourself, your ass will end up in one of these turtle suits, okay? They put the protective shell on you so you don't hurt yourself. Now, real quick, I want to pull up this picture of what she was actually wearing for you guys real quick, because a lot of people were confused about that mugshot of what she actually had on. Let's see. Let me see if I can refresh this, get back to my my inbox. I have a picture of it that I had saved. Now, now I can't find it. It's in my junk mail. Hold on. Well, anyway, trust me, guys. I'll have the pictures here in a second. As soon as I can find it. See all in Messenger. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. For some reason, I'm having some technical issues here. Okay, why is it not showing me my junk mail? Because somebody sent it to me that wasn't in my friends list, so it went to my junk mail. But anyway, what it is a plastic suit. It's completely plastic, and you wear it, and it's long like a nightgown, okay? And underneath that, you have no clothes on whatsoever. They do this so you can't hang yourself. So say you go into the jail, and they give you the jumper. Now, you can take one of them legs, that jumper, tie it around the bars, tie the other one around your neck, and off yourself. So they can't give you that. They got to give you something that they keep you covered so you ain't butt naked. Some places just give you like a sheet, like a paper gown, okay? And you just sit in a jail cell with a paper gown on, okay? So I believe that she was on suicide watch, okay? When she got to the jail, she was on suicide watch. That's why she had on the turtle outfit, which is 100% not a bulletproof vest she was wearing, okay? It is actually the gown from the jail that she was wearing, okay? So she was on suicide watch. I don't know if she got out today because there was some rumors she was going back in front of the judge today, all right, that she had an earpiece in. She had a phone on her. You know, you ain't supposed to take your phones into the courtrooms. Everybody knows that by now, all right? Jimmy Jams, Dolly Vision, Dollywood, Top Dollar, Turtle Gang. That is absolutely right. So apparently she kept making like eye contact and stuff with Leilani in the court from what they're saying. And she was supposed to write a letter to the judge apologizing for something. All right. Cher was probably in her ear. I wouldn't doubt that. You see how quick that her name came back up and Cher was all over it. Leeching right. Just let me suck every bit of blood I can from that. You know, the funny thing is she was supposed to have been on Cher's channel that night. Her ass went to jail and still ain't out. If she was out right this second, people would be saying she was out. So she's not out. That's what I'm thinking. I could be absolutely wrong. Okay. Now, in the Idaho 4 situation, I believe this case is going cold. Cold as shit. No clues, no leads, no nothing. They ain't homed in on anybody. They're not really looking for anything solid. Okay? We're looking for a Hyundai Elantra 2013. There's only 20 million of those cars on the road. They didn't even give us a photo of the real car. They gave us a stock image of a vehicle. You see that image in the thumbnail? That ain't the car. That's just a stock image of the car. That's not the actual car. So if you're looking for that car, you ain't looking for the right car. Okay? It's that kind of car, but that's all we know. Okay? And you know how many millions and millions? I went out the other day, matter of fact, last night again, and seen 5 of them. I counted 5 of them. And I went just to the store to cook out to get me a burger, a cookout tray. I counted 5 Hyundai Elantras in that age range between here and the cookout, which is less than 5 miles from my house. Okay? So these cars are everywhere. That's not a damn clue. That's not nothing. I believe this is going completely cold. They don't have shit, and they done dropped the ball in this. They're not going to find DNA evidence in a house full of people, that 1 million people have been in and out. So if you do find DNA, the person's going to say, well, I was over there at a party. Okay, well, let's rule that person out. It's weird. I don't think they're going to catch anybody. I honestly don't. At this point, I'm thinking they ain't going to get nobody. Unless this person kills again and drops the ball, they ain't going to get nobody. And they gave a little update. I'm going to try to find the video in a few minutes for you guys. I'm going to play it. But I'll just give you a little update of what they had. Nothing. Okay? Just a quick version. They had nothing. They had absolutely nothing's changed. All they're saying is the speculation on the internet, right? Every time they put something out, somebody talks about it, adds speculation to it. And then they got to investigate that and clear this and clear that because of all the rumors on social media. Well, you can't stop social media. You can't. It's impossible. So I think the important thing is to come out and give real clear updates. So there ain't no people speculating on the internet. Okay? Now I know you can't jeopardize the case where somebody that may be the killer go run off. Right? But I honestly believe they ain't got nothing. Nothing. They had the police literally outside the house while the murders were happening. And nothing. No witnesses, people walking down the street. We seen Olivia's video at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's Angela D. Turtle Gang! Angela D is in the house. I meant to tell you guys, I checked on Angela D. She said she's doing better. I forgot to update everybody because I asked her last night. But Angela D is in the house. Everybody say, hey to Angela D. Happy holidays, Angela D. And we've been praying for you the whole time, hoping you feel better. And it's good to see you into the chat room at least today. All right? Hello? So, the case, right, is there's a lot of people rumoring stuff about the kitchen, the blood. We had a live panel the other night where we were discussing the blood in the kitchen of the house. Now, I've had a lot of people go back. I haven't had a chance to talk to Olivia to see if that was actually taken by Olivia. But at this point, I'm thinking it won't. Okay? Because them pictures might be a hoax. I'm thinking. Because I had people go look on Olivia's page and things like that. And they can't find anywhere Olivia has posted any bloody photos from Idaho 4. Now, I could be wrong because I haven't spoke with Olivia. I ain't spoke with her buddy, Bullhorn Betty, to ask Bullhorn Betty if those pictures are real, but that'd be a good person to ask. She would know. But at this point, I'm believing them pictures ain't real. I believe that, like the police said, the most accurate information is the information that is coming from the police. All right? Time YouTube gets it, we don't know what the hell is going on. But the most accurate information was this. That these people were attacked in their sleep, in their beds. Okay? Some of them had defensive wounds, and some didn't. Okay? So I'm assuming the people that didn't have no defensive wounds, they probably didn't even wake up. They probably were killed while they were asleep. The other couple that did have defensive wounds, they probably fought a little bit, okay? Probably not that much. And that still would have been in the bedrooms. There shouldn't have been any blood in the common area, okay? And on the second floor where the kitchen is, coming in through the back porch. Okay, now if the roommates came up into the kitchen and there was that amount of blood and she passed out, okay? The other roommate comes up, calls the police. There's no way she could have missed that blood. There's no way. From them pictures. If them pictures are true. There's just no way. As soon as you would have came up out that basement coming from the kitchen area, okay, because that's how you get down into that area, you would have seen all that blood. So there's no way not to know your roommates are murdered if the whole house is covered in blood. I just think the pictures are fake. I don't have no way of knowing, but I'm thinking fake, and I don't believe that's from Olivia. I think somebody's put it out there and probably put Olivia's name on it, because she was taking pictures through the windows. I remember when she said that. She said you can see through the windows, you can see the doors, you can see the lights on, and things like that. But I don't know. That was a crazy one. And you know, these people are believed to be killed with this K-bar, this certain type of knife that is common to be carried for U.S. Marines in war. Okay. But it is a common knife sold at a lot of different places. You can buy them at damn surplus stores, army surplus stores, and things like that. So these knives are pretty common. Matter of fact, I have one somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I had it years ago. It's a K-bar style type knife. One of my brothers gave it to me for Christmas a long time ago. I kept it. I threw it in a box somewhere and never, didn't. It was like one of those gifts. Like, I ain't gonna walk around with no big ass knife on me. I ain't a knife person. You know what I'm saying? I'm more likely to carry a gun. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if you're trying to kill somebody quietly, illusion. Justin screenshotted them from Olivia's video. It is real. Okay, then that don't make sense to me then. None of it makes sense to me. It makes it look more like the roommates are involved in. There's no way you missed that. There's just no way. If them pictures are real, okay, which, like I said, I haven't checked. I forgot all about it to hit up Olivia or Bullhorn Betty or any of them to ask them. There's no way. They would have had to know the roommates were dead. You would know instantly. Okay, there's blood literally smeared down the walls, dripping off the cabinets. Like, there's no way. There's no way you wouldn't know they're dead in the house. And why would you get people over to the house before 911 was there? Why would you reach out to the people across the street, the fraternity across the street, and things of that nature? Unless you were hiding something. I'm had my doubts about the roommates, okay? I just still have my doubts about the roommates. They seem awful buddy. I mean, things like this, sometimes tragedies will bring you closer together, okay? Them going out getting matching tattoos and things like that. Are they a couple? Right? Why? And then the $1 million question is this. How do you go in there and murder people and there's blood everywhere if them pictures are real? I mean, everywhere. And there's not one drop of blood outside that house. It makes no sense. I mean, I hate to sit here and sound like I'm trying to blame the roommates, but hey, it sounds a little suspicious, and they haven't said shit. They gave a written statement to be read at the vigil for the kids, right? That the kids would want them to live their best life. Not if you killed them. I think they'd want you in prison if you had something to do with the murder of these people. Seems weird. Seems strange. That's all I'm saying. For real, what picture? They were, I mean, I'm just saying, whatever's going on, if it ain't a serial killer, an outside source, then it's somebody with inside. And I'm still believing this. There's so much confusion and so many people have been in that house, would it be a college thing? They're not going to find DNA, right? And it's going to be a cold case. This is going to be one of those cases that don't get solved unless this murderer strikes again. Because to me, it looks like he committed the perfect crime with 1 million people around. Okay? Think about this. This killer was brave enough to go in there with the police outside, people walking down the streets, okay? At 3 in the morning, you can clearly see from Olivia's video that people are walking down the street. Big groups of people. While that's happening, there's people behind the house being questioned by the police for having beer. Okay, there were some young people back there drinking. Police roll up on them. We get the body cam footage, right? And in that body cam footage, if you look to the top right, you see about 4 or 5 people walking swiftly through the neighborhood. So there's people in front of the house, there's people behind the house, and there's a killer in the house. Okay? Now the question is this, did the killer go in the house? Or was the killer already in the house? And I've heard people say that they believe the killer was waiting in the house. Maybe for them to return, something of that nature. But then my biggest thing was, well, if the killer was waiting, what about the roommates? What if the roommates, this is just a theory, I ain't got no proof, what if they know something? Or know somebody was coming? And they knew to lock their door. And they knew not to come out. I'm just saying, what if? There's always that possibility. You would think the roommates would have been there when they did this and gave their statements. But they just wrote a letter. Didn't even show up. Right? Here's the thing. They're doing this for your friends that were murdered. I'd be there. That statement would have came from me. It wouldn't have had to been read. And I think that's a little suspicious too. Just a little. I ain't trying to blame nobody. Right? Because honestly, I don't think it's a kid. I don't think it, when I say kid, I mean adult, young adult. I don't think it's a young adult. It's still suspicious as shit to me. Right? But a lot of young kids are just suspicious. They just, the way they carry themselves these days, they just seem suspicious as shit. You seen that in the Kaylee Rodney case. All them kids were suspicious as hell. Some say none of them had nothing to do with it. Okay? They just all seem suspicious. Remember Sammy, the most suspicious person on the planet? Maybe these people are similar to that. It's just the way they are. They just seem suspicious, but really got nothing to do with it. Just lucky or a miracle that they survived, that killer didn't kick that door down and stab the shit out of them, right? How did they not hear nothing? What were they drinking, right? Apparently they didn't go out with all the other kids. So do we even know if they were partying? Right, so they're completely sober, right? And their roommates upstairs are getting murdered on the floor right above them. How do you not hear that? How do you not hear no banging around, no knocking, no screaming? I mean, I don't know if you noticed, if you ever been to a fight, you can hear somebody get hit. Right? You can hear them get hit. You don't think you can hear that knife stabbing into people? You don't think that knife plunging into your chest makes noise? There's all kinds of noise being made. All kind of noise. Banging, screaming. We're talking 4 murders going on above you. You don't hear a thing. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. I do not know about that at all. I would have... If they did know and was scared, I could understand it. I was scared for my life. I locked the door. I hid in the closet. I didn't come out to the next day. I could believe that. Okay? Because I'd hide in the damn closet too. Everybody getting killed up above me. Blood leaking through the damn floors. What did they think when the blood was leaking down the damn walls and through the floors? What did they think then? You know? I could have a million questions for the two people that were down in that basement. Just to be honest with you. You know? That don't mean they did it. It's just a lot of questions in that one. Okay? For me. Some people sleep with noisemakers. I do. Well, we don't know if that to be the case, though. Some people sleep in dead silence, like me. Well, sometimes I have a fan on in the summertime, but in the wintertime, I usually sleep in dead silence. I got to have it pitch black and quiet, or I can't sleep. Littlest thing will wake me up. A little light. I don't know if it's the OCD or whatever. But drinking, I would sleep heavier, of course. But there's just no way, sober, even if I had my TV on, I'm going to sleep through everybody in my house being murdered. Just honestly, I'm not. It's going to wake me up. I wake up when the Amazon man comes to the door. You know, just weird things wake me up. So I don't see you murdering everybody in the house and banging around. It's not going to wake me up, especially at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't sleep in silence because of small creaks and noises make your mind keep going. Well, yeah, I mean, I do know some people sleep with TV on. Some people sleep with the radio on. But, you know, you don't have it cranking. Okay? Do you go to bed with your TV on full blast? Do you go to bed with your TV? I mean, you might have it playing in the background faint. But you ain't going to have it to where you can't hear nothing in the house. Who goes to sleep with the stereo blasting? Unless you're drunk and you forgot to turn it off. Right, you might have something playing. Like when I was a teenager, I used to sleep with the TV on. But it was really low. You know what I'm saying? Because there's other people in the house sleeping, so I never had the TV cranked up. So, especially if you got roommates, you got to be respectful of your roommates and other people sleeping around you. There's no way they didn't hear nothing. There's just no way. But look, I'm going to open up the phone lines. Y'all let me know. Are they going to catch this guy? Or is this a cold case already? It's been a month. Now, if we know anything, any fans of the next 48, the chances of you catching this killer go down every day. So every day that goes by is a less and less chance that they're going to catch this person that done this. And if it is a serial killer and he has a long cool down period, it could be years before this happens again. Lolo wants to come say hi to you guys. Say hi to Lolo. Say hi to everybody. Hey. Lolo said, if you're just tuning in, to like the video, and we'll give her a doggy treat. Once we get to 1,000 likes, little Lolo gets a doggy treat. Okay? So y'all make sure y'all like the video as you come in. And she said that this is a cold case, and she don't think they're going to catch the killer. Lolo is on the same page as me on this one. She's like, I don't know. It looks like a serial killer. All right, let's take this call. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm happy that Billy Sue is in jail.
Billy Joe Betterton.
Yeah, I hope they switch those charges to where she's charged for neglect on those kids.
I do too. I don't think that's to be the case right now. Them charges still could be coming though. Them charges go by like CPS or whatever it is there in Georgia.
Yeah.
They'll have to take them charges in front of the DA and get the DA to bring them charges up on her. But I'm assuming, you know, she thinks in her mind she's gonna get these kids back.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing, and that's where she's flawed. They're putting you in jail, woman. They ain't giving you them kids back. You didn't take care of them when they gave them to you. This is the reason we're in the situation we in now is because of Billy Joe.
She thinks her poop don't stink.
I don't know what she thinks. She lives in a fairy tale world. She lives in a
That's
world
what
that don't
I'm saying.
exist.
She just thinks she's going to get. Well, and you know what? That's the way her daughter acts too.
I
that
know.
She just,
I get it. I get it now. They're not in this reality. They're not in. They're not. They're not. They're not rooted in the ground. They're in some. They're in their own little worlds.
well, I just think it's crazy, but it's good that she's. They're starting to show her that she's. That's what they should do. You know what my first thought was when that happened last night? That's what they need to do with Candace.
Yeah. If they would have. Well, Candace needs to be in jail longer than Billy Joe, I think. To be honest.
I'm saying they need to arrest her for neglect of her children. How long is it going to take for them to charge her with the kids that, even the kids that are alive, her boys?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It just seems really weird. But on the four, reason I called.
A weird thing about that is you said something about Summer Wells, and the reason, I don't think they've charged Candace is because, they always reported it as a kidnapping. They've always said, my kid's been kidnapped. There's never been no proof to that, right? But it gives you the benefit of the doubt that maybe this could have happened because, look, we look at the little stuff that went down in Texas. Right, the FedEx guy. Nobody believed that mama, that stepmom. I didn't believe her. Right, I didn't believe her. And then it came out the FedEx dude did it. Right, nobody believes Candace. But what if the damn FedEx driver did that? Or you know what I'm saying? You got to give them a little tiny benefit of the doubt. But I still don't believe them. I still believe they did it. They covered it up anyway. I don't think they killed their child. I think they covered up the death of their child.
Something. The first thing that came to my mind when the FedEx guy came up, now, I don't know if you're going to remember this, but do you remember the UPS driver?
The UPS driver? Was there a UPS driver that killed a bunch of people?
No, the UPS driver in front of Summer's house.
I don't remember. I know there was a tree cutting crew that was there the day before. That was cutting trees and stuff down. A lot of people wanted to think, well, one of the tree cutters did it, but I don't
There was a UPS driver in front of Summer's house also.
Wow. See, I didn't even know about that. And you would really because I've been to Ben Hill Road a bunch of times now, their house. So you really got to know where that house is at to find it. Like I always say, nobody stumbled across Little Summer Wells. You had to know she was there. It was one of those kind of places. There ain't nobody around. Like a little kid can stand out there all day and nobody kidnap them because there's nobody there to kidnap them.
Well, I guess from what I remember, there was a UPS truck driver parked on the road.
I never heard about a UPS. I heard about the guy driving the red truck. But we got so much misinformation from Jody Sue Brown. She changes the story every 30 minutes. Every live stream, her story's different.
Well, I think her mind changes every 30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But in the beginning, I really believed that lady. And now I don't believe nothing she says.
In the beginning, she talked like a normal person, but I think she even faked some of the domestic violence from her husband.
I believe a lot of it's just bullshit. Her story's always changing. And she will put you to sleep watching her. Okay.
But that's the first thing I thought of was, oh my gosh, there was a UPS driver parked right there.
Yeah, but that don't make every UPS driver.
No, I know.
But it's funny you say that because I just drove past this Amazon girl, and when I was driving past, I looked at her and said, I swear this ain't no lie. I said, she don't look like a killer. In my mind, that's what I said to myself. She don't look like a killer. I don't know why I thought that, because I guess because of what's going on with the FedEx dude. But That's what I thought. And I seen a post that was a dude from FedEx, and he was hugging one of his customers, and he said, "This wouldn't happen on my route."
Right.
You know, so I mean, there's bad
I heard
people. You
that
can't
too.
really blame FedEx. You know.
No, you can't. I mean, he had a clean record.
Yeah, no
So they
arrest
run your
record.
record, and you can get a job at Walmart,
But he had a
and
rocky
then you
past. He
can
just
shut
didn't.
everybody in the Walmart store.
Yeah, he had a rocky past. He just didn't have it on paper. You know what I'm saying? He had been
Exactly.
accused of. There was a young lady that said he had raped her and cute.
Right,
You know,
right,
and for a
right. But that,
while, and now she's posting things like, "I bet you'll believe me now." You know, so
if he was an independent delivery person, he got, I don't know what it's called, but they get it's called something different than a background check.
oh yeah, when they run
But
your criminal background check.
oh, what, I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, if his record's clean, then he's gonna come back hunky dorky.
Yeah,
So
I mean, when you deliver people's mail, you should have to pass a federal background check.
yeah, but if your record's clean, if you've never gotten caught, and that's what this guy's situation was, that's just like if this murdering stuff of the 4 kids is, let's say it's one of the kids from college, and they have a clean record, they just haven't gotten caught yet.
Yeah, and if they have a clean record and they've never been arrested for a felony, that means they've never took DNA from them, and they don't have their DNA on file.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but the thing about this is there's so much trace DNA evidence in there. You talking hundreds of kids touching things, partying in there, having sex in that house. I hate to say that, but it's true. All kinds of transfer of DNA in that house. So
I don't think they're going to catch the person.
that's a college house. You
with
could go in there like
DNA.
with a black light and the whole house would light up. I guarantee it.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
I wouldn't
know,
want to sit on anything in that house.
the main reason I called, and here is a curve, is a thought keeps running over in my head. Are there other houses that are set up like that are rented out to
Yes.
the college students?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a scary thought in itself. And if I was a police officer or connected with the police department, I would be going to every single one of those houses and sitting down and having a talk with those kids and just giving them a pep talk of how to be safe and
Well, they've
whatever.
been doing that at the college, at the press conferences, because they've been doing daily press conferences. Like I watched the one from the day, and it was just basically on, speculation. When they put out something, everybody's speculating on it. But to me, it
Yeah,
didn't
but
sound
don't
like they
you,
had much. It just sounded like they're relying on
oh,
the tip lines. That's it.
don't you think it would make a difference if the police officer went to their houses? There can't be that many of them, but I know there's other, because like you said,
Yeah, but this killer killed these people with the police outside the house.
exactly.
This is like a Halloween movie. You know, when the police are outside, they're looking for Michael Myers, and he's inside killing everybody, and then he just walks out and they shoot him. It's some shit like that. It don't.
I couldn't believe seeing that video of those kids. And I did see the video of what Olivia shot, and it was pretty much. I'm just saying, like you, if this isn't the kids, it's a serial killer, and he's gonna not right now because he's in a cool off
Period. Yeah.
situation, but he's gonna whoever did it is gonna want to do it again, and he's gonna go right to the same type of house because of how easy it was.
Yeah, and the scary thing is this person don't care there's a bunch of people in the house. This ain't like you home alone in the horror movie and the killer comes in and gets you. You in a house full of people and the killer comes in and gets you.
It's just ridiculous.
You usually
Those two
feel
girls-
safe in groups. You know, I feel safer in groups than I do by myself. But
Well,
this killer's killing groups of people.
he's stalking groups of people. He ain't just stalking one person at a time. He's wanting to do, like you said, groups of people.
Yeah, and if this is a serial killer and he could be from any area, maybe he's just floating through and that's where he chose to strike. I mean, I don't know, but whoever did this is a brutal person, and if they have the capabilities of doing that, they have the capabilities of doing a lot worse than that.
Well, I think they need to up the security big time on the outside houses that
I'm
are.
sure they have. That college has probably got more cops, more security now than it did. A lot of people are thinking, throwing it out there that it might be some type of security, somebody with former military experience because of the K-bar knife and things of that nature. So,
You just don't know who it is.
could be a cop. Who would think it's a cop? But that's the thing. Police, they can be serial killers too.
Yeah, just like that one that was down in, was it Texas on the border?
I'm not for sure.
The border patrol guy that killed all those people.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can be crazy. You never know. But look, I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, well, you have a good day and stay safe.
I'm definitely going to try my best. Peace.
Okay. All right. Peace. Bye.
Mods, you can post the phone number, but it is on the top of the screen floating by every now and then if you look up. Okay, I don't know if you can see it if you're on your phone, but it's 757-797-6694. Is this going to go cold? Because I'm thinking it's already cold. They're kind of now just, they don't have any leads on any of the kids or any of the people. They're getting credible tips, they said on the phone line. That's what they said. But they're having to weed out through a bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do with it because of speculation on the internet. Okay? So they're saying they're having to weed out all that stuff, but they are still getting good leads on the phone lines. Then why ain't there no arrest? What's a good lead? Because they don't really have anything, right? A good lead to me be like Joe that lives on damn 5th Street did it. Okay? I can go to Joe. That would be a good lead. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Lulu.
Hey, Lulu.
I think they have a suspect, and I think they're playing with everyone's minds because of the car, the Elantra. I think. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't release the photo of the actual car. Why would they put a stock photo out? Look for a stock photo.
Right. I feel like since they released that, they know a lot more than we all know. I feel like they have a prime suspect.
They got that car on traffic cam somewhere. That's why they know that car is in the area. That's it, I think.
What about the whole, Ring doorbell thing, like the camera? I haven't really watched a bunch on that. I saw a guy with a mask, like a face.
Now, from my understanding, they didn't have no cameras right there. But it seems like, soon everybody's getting Ring doorbell cameras. They're getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I mean, soon you'll be able to buy a Ring doorbell camera for like $20 and everybody will have them. But
I think they're looking for more info from the public.
Yeah, and that's the only way they're going to get it. It's going to have to be a tip because they don't know what happened.
Right.
So if they don't get a tip that says, hey, somebody did this.
Right.
Let me see what this says. Trophy Wife says, funny you say that about who the killer might be. I was wondering if they checked out the background of the campus security employees too. Yeah, I mean, you got it. It's either going to be somebody that's killed before or somebody with some former military experience because this crime is heinous. I don't think a normal person could just go do that.
I agree. Or somebody everyone is suspecting right now. Something about the food truck gives me the creep. Like the people
around the food truck. Yeah, I've been watching more and more of the food truck to see if it's anything that's just blatantly like, because I've came out many a clubs drinking food trucks.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Is there anything outside there that stood out to me?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see nothing that stood out, like, other than when she was nodding her head, like pointing back at the dude like he might have been flirty with her or something. And she
said,
told the dude
F
F you. Yeah. Now that kind of stands out, but is that enough for that dude to go trade? And I'm assuming if she cussed that guy, you can believe the feds, the Idaho State Police, and them police, the Moscow police, have went to that guy.
I'm just trying to think, what could he have said to me to make me say F you? For a female, even though, like, a female being drunk, what could have pissed her off so bad?
That she would have said F you? I'm trying to think of what he could have said, too.
It had to be bad in front of all those people, and I got a tongue like a knife. Like, I will slit you up one side and down the other. She had to be pissed off.
Yeah, he had to have said something.
He pissed her the F off.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what he said. Or unless he was like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" or something. And she was like, "F you," you know.
No, it was more than that. There's something more to that. And he pissed her off, and she said that, and there's more to the story.
Okay.
That is critical.
Hold on, we're getting a little tiny bit of buffering going on.
Yeah, it's probably because I live up on a mountain. But
No, I think it's my internet. Sometimes of the day it does that for a few minutes. So guys, if you're watching, just be patient. It should straighten itself back out. I just paid my internet bill, so.
That's definitely, in my opinion, very critical. For me to look at a guy in front of people and say, "Fuck you," yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming he said something either perverted or
he was angry at her
or catcalling.
Yeah, she didn't want anything to do with him, and he said something nasty back to her because of it. I think he was degraded. And
or they had an altercation in the bar.
Something,
and
yeah.
It spilled outside, and when he said something outside, she just turned around and said F you because they've already had an altercation inside the bar.
Yeah, and disrespect.
Because it didn't look like a big altercation outside at the food truck for her to say F you or nothing. It seems like something may have transpired before that.
Right.
And we don't have a lot of footage from the bar. The bar's like, we ain't got it.
Not that we know of.
Yeah, or it's went to the cops.
Right, yeah. I would say there's a lot more footage that we've not been able to see yet, and there's a lot more to that little story, and I think that's where it's at.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have footage from that bar. The police probably have that.
What's the bar called?
Oh man. The corner bar or something like that?
Yeah, something like that, but that's where it all went down.
You think whatever transpired that night all stemmed from that incident at the bar?
Yeah, and it's probably a stalker. Yeah.
Maybe. You know, there's a lot of people out there. Anybody could have seen her.
Those girls were beautiful, and they probably wanted nothing to do with that guy, and she.
Now, somebody did say. I did hear this at the food truck. Somebody told me if you look in one of the videos, I haven't been able to find it myself, but they say if you look at the food truck video, and in one of the corners of the videos, you can see some lights, tail lights, and they're tail lights to a Hyundai Elantra.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's what somebody told me up here. That's rumor. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even seen it for myself, but that's what they told me. They said you can see some Elantra lights in one of the food truck videos.
Some rumors, so. Yeah. Wow.
So maybe it is a possibility that something stemmed from that club and they followed them to the house, or vice versa with the college campus party.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what went down. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I think everyone's kind of branching out and getting a little too creative with their theories. Like, that's the only thing that could have happened. He wanted one of them girls, and we know which one it was. And that's what happened.
All right. Well, you have a good one. And appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, Dolly.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rumors swirling. Okay, that's what the internet is. Everybody throws their theories out, talks about the case, what they heard, things like that. But just, you know, like the police said, if you want real facts, listen to exactly what the police are telling in the case. Okay. That's the most accurate information. But if you want theories and what it could be, Dolly.
Hey, it's Turkey Man, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Turkey Man?
Hey, it's doing good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I had a good Thanksgiving. Not bad.
Heard that.
I had some
I'm
turkey.
gonna
I didn't
ask
mean to
you-
eat your family, but
There you go. You don't do Twitter, do you?
Do I do Twitter?
Yeah.
I Twitter
I
the
think
ladies
you-
every
I
now and
think-
then. Nah, yeah, I got a Twitter. I'm high tech. I'm a high tech redneck.
Well, I sent you something when I seen that on Billy Joe. I passed it on to you and Betty, I think.
Did you say you faxed it on to me?
No, I passed it on.
Oh, okay. I thought you said fax. I thought we were going old school. I was like, damn, he faxed that shit to me.
No.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
was going to ask you, are there any news on the Kaylee Rodney case? Anything happening there at all?
Not that I know of.
I mean, the dad, you could tell he was still ticked. I would be too, and you would be.
I mean, I know that
also.
I heard that the rest of the Nick interview came out from AWP.
Yeah, I seen that.
I still haven't
Yeah.
even got a chance to watch that yet with everything that's been going on. I haven't even got a chance to watch the full Nick interview.
Yeah, it put him. He's pretty legit. He was. I mean, really, the rest of the interview made it that he was really legit. He talked to somebody that portrayed herself as her.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird. I
Yeah,
gotta go back and watch that then.
Yeah, he talked to somebody that and of course he didn't identify which guy it was, but pointed out whichever one that they showed him in the picture said no, it was shorter, it's more like that on that boy, the boyfriend. So it wasn't as cut and dry. A lot of people saying that I didn't think. Saying that this individual that did it or that individual did it, but I think what I got from that they were still trying to promote and say that they was kidnapped.
Yeah.
And I think that was because they he didn't identify. He just that they called and that's who made the call and said this identified himself as this is who they were, but he didn't say that he check the license plates.
Texas Angel said AWP is not going to get a review. Yes, I've known this guy's been accused of some really bad things from AWP. I heard he was in court yesterday too. Got another court date.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I hate that. I really hate that because the guys, I feel the guys that was with them.
It was a great channel.
And oh yeah,
The concept was great. They just had one bad apple.
Yeah, well, there's other guys that I follow that does that kind of led me to AWP Adventures with Nug and Chaos Diving. And there's no can't remember Depths of Mystery, but they all did the magnet fishing deal. And went and led that way, but they's one of them that really and truly adventures.
Calm down. Low.
You don't all upset.
Yeah.
Somebody coming in on you?
Nah, she's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got your dog back.
Yeah.
Man, other
Security.
people trying to get in also. Everybody trying to get in. I just thought I'd give you a holler.
All right, Turkey Man. You be good.
Yeah, buddy.
Peace.
Talk to you later.
Later. Look, it's the phone, Lolo. It's the phone. Calm down. You gonna be all right. She's vicious. Say hey to YouTube. Show them how vicious you are. Show them how mean you are. Show them how mean you are. All right, hold on, Lolo. I got a phone call. Phone call. It's just Dave. Stop. Dolly.
Hi, Jimmy. It's
Hey.
Josie and the Pussycat.
Hey, what's up, Papercut Tina? I hear you're a big star on the internet.
Oh my God. Who told you that anyway? Did one of your mods contact you?
What?
Oh, did one of your mods contact you?
No, I mean, I'll just be checking out the internet. You know, I get around these YouTube
Oh
streets.
my. Yeah. Did you? I know we're not supposed to talk about other people, but the Alicia gal, I'll just say her last name. Did you check out her live?
No. Don't be plugging people's channel. No, what about it?
Oh, okay. Well, I went over to it, and oh my God. Now you know what I am now? Paper cunt Tina.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, isn't that
but look,
lovely?
these people are roaches, right?
Oh, I know.
Like, they knew when they couldn't get to me, it's attack people around me. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
They couldn't phase
I
Dolly
know.
because Dolly got a bulletproof shell. So now
Yeah,
it's go after the people around Dolly. Lolo, stop. Go lay down.
Yeah, well, she's mostly really pissed because she feels that when I was kind of sticking up for you the other night when 3 Dot was on and everything, that I kept interrupting. And I listened back, and I did a few times, but I was not really. And I mean, I really wasn't. She just wanted you to side with her and all this. So she's dying to contact you and have you do like a one-on-one without me around talk. But the thing is, Jimmy, she dogged you so much before that. She was like,
I don't worry about
bitch.
I don't worry about none of these roach people, because either way, Dolly Vision's Dolly Vision. I'm gonna continue to do me every day, no matter what these people say about me. You know what I'm saying? So they know they really can't get to me, so they're gonna attack the people around me, and that shows you how bad they are. That just shows you the type of scumbag people that would do that, right? Why would you make?
But she wants.
You got YouTubers making videos about viewers, not other YouTubers. Now they're literally. I mean, you don't even got a channel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. I'm a murderer now. I'm a murderer now.
What if I started coming up here making videos about people in my chat room? Right? Y'all, that don't even make sense. That's how idiotic these people are. And that should show you. That's why you unsubscribe. You don't watch that garbage. And you watch stuff that, you know, ain't hate.
Yeah, it was weird. What does it mean when someone says they want to do a screenshot of you? Is that doxing?
No, screenshot is like when you send something, you just snap the picture of whatever's on the screen.
Okay, because one of her lady friends or something in there wants to screenshot me. So I go, I'm going to take a screenshot. Yeah, might screenshot me when I came up on when I was on your panel. But I'm hoping. I mean, you do what you want to do, of course.
It's really an honor. You're a huge star now, Tina.
Oh my God!
You got everybody on the internet talking about you. You're a huge star. Okay.
Oh my God!
You're famous.
Well,
just tell them you ain't signing no autographs.
The thing is, Jimmy, my shell really is harder now. It really is. I mean, compared to the last 3 months when I'm boo-hooing about someone saying that I haven't seen my mom in 11 years, honestly, I don't go to bed scared or worried that I'm even being called a murderer.
Yeah.
You know, or implied that. Just because you jokingly said I was a suspect of the neighbor who had died, you know, you were just joking around. You're not a suspect, are you, Tina?
Yeah, but they're just looking for stuff to make videos about. You know what I'm saying? They got to have something to make videos about too.
Yeah, it's insane. So I won't go on and on about it, but I want to let you know she wants you to email her and have a private discussion and talk about your feelings about
my time is valuable. Depends on how much money she has. Okay. If you ain't talking money, I don't do a whole lot of free. Okay. I ain't in the free business. So I don't know about all that. I don't even know that woman. So
yeah, I wouldn't.
People want an awful lot from
bitch.
me that, you know, people want an awful lot from me that don't know me. First get to know me and then ask me for things. That's
exactly. And she kept calling you bitch this, bitch that, bitch this, and then she tries to be all nice.
If you're judging me by what hate channels say, then you're gonna hate me. If you're judging me by you came over here and got your own opinion of me, you might still hate me. but you might love me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she's basing her opinion on me from other people, because I don't think she really knows too much about Dolly, because she don't really watch me, because she didn't know about my kid situation. Most of these other haters would have knew everything that was going on with me. She didn't.
Right.
So that means she's hating me from their view.
Yeah, well, because she feels like you gave her mad respect and let her...
I do. I give everybody respect that treats me with respect.
Well, exactly. But she's just... now I forgot what I was going to say. I'll think of it in a minute. But I wanted to, if I was going to come up on your panel last night, if it was open, I wanted to read something to you about incels. It's not real long. Is that okay?
Incels?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. This FBI, former FBI person, in regards to this Idaho
okay,
4.
Go ahead. Do it.
All right. It said, could someone that was rejected by one of the it could be someone that was rejected by one of the victims. The perpetrator might have felt that the girls were out of their league, felt rejected, or just looking for or after, maybe had approached them. An incel, which, by the way, I don't think it is. I think it's JS. But anyway, the perpetrators saw Kaylee and Madison as Stacy's. The name incel that is given to girls that refuse to date them or look down on them, or who would refuse to have a physical relationship with them. The incel community is an online subculture that promotes the misogynistic ideas that men are entitled to have relations with women. Some males turn to internet forums to plot violent attacks against those that reject them, and use terms like Chad and Stacy as slang for those with more active and physical and romantic lives, which those girls definitely did, right? The incels can develop a lot of rage towards Stacy's as they play their imagined rejection over and over in their mind. But again, I don't think it's that at all. I think it's, JS, and I think he got some people even in the frat. I really do, because with all that other stuff I read you. But I have one more thing to say. I just remembered what I was going to say. The most thing that I'm insulted about, because you know how women, we don't want to get older and look older and everything. On her channel, I won't say her name, somebody typed in, because I was defending you, and I guess quite a bit, they said, "Is that his mother?"
Oh, Lord.
About me.
I don't think you're my mother. I think we're about the same age. Similar age.
Well, no. Well, I'd like to be around that age. I'm a little older. I don't want to say it again. Okay. Everyone knows. But you know what else is funny? When it came up, when she brightened the picture and everything on heels, I'll just say that, my sister is sitting on the couch and I go, "Holy shit, Shaylin. Holy shit, look at this." And she looks up and she goes, "Mom, you look like that Wendy's little girl on the Wendy's restaurant thing."
Uh-huh.
The hamburger,
The hamburger chick. You the 2002 version of Wendy, okay? Paper cut Tina shirts. We're going to put that on a shirt.
Oh, my God. I mean, she puts a little blue bows on my hair, and I'm just like,
I'll give you 20%. All right, Paper Cut Tina. You're a rock star now. 5%. Enjoy your internet fame.
It's kind of scary, but it's fun, and I'm going to continue to come up on panel and defend people that I support and care about. I didn't think I was rude.
No,
but
you're
anyway,
fine.
thank you, and I love the chat, and I love you too, Jimmy. Take care.
All right, peace.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's talk about that for a second. Men being rejected, right? Maybe that FU was over some type of rejection like that when she was at the food truck. Some dudes do take rejection really bad, hard. Not Dolly, right? I don't take it that bad. I'd have been rejected by the best, okay? So your rejection ain't going to hurt me, okay? Once a million women tell you to fuck off, it don't bother you no more, all right? Sometimes you get lucky. It might be that one that don't say it, right? But some dudes do get a little upset and hurt. Their pride is hurt. I don't know if somebody rejecting me would be like, yo, you just ain't my type. You know what I'm saying? I would, because I know there's a million fish in the sea kind of person. So I don't think I could go kill somebody over some rejection. Could a dude do it? I believe so. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes are so cocky, think they they just the shit, right? And then when a girl's like, man, you ain't nothing to me, they can't take that. Because some dudes are used to girls just throwing themselves at them constantly. And then it'd be that one chick that's like, ain't impressed with you. Like, oh. You know? Them are the chicks I like, though. The ones that don't like you, them are the ones I like the best. If you a chick throwing yourself at me, I usually don't like you. I always like the chick that's hard to get. You know? Them are the cool ones. The ones that's like, yeah. You know, that you got to work for. Them are the ones that are cool. The ones that are just like, yo, all up on you. And I've had some aggressive women, like aggressive, like, can you just get the hell up off me, woman type shit go down, you know? So, it's always about the chase, I think. It's more fun. 99-cent cheeseburgers. Who wouldn't want you, Dolly? People that can see. People with good eyesight, hearing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people. Shit, I ain't everybody's cup of tea, you know, I'm sure. But there's somebody out there, there's a gremlin, female gremlin out there somewhere for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. All right, so when I make paper cut Tina shirts, who's buying them? Right, press 1 in the chat room. I want to see how popular paper cut Tina is right now. They're selling for $29.99 before you put 1 in the chat room. Okay. Dolly.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, I actually got through.
You did it.
This is Amy. How are you?
I am doing good, Amy. How about yourself?
I'm good. I also Emerald Tears on YouTube.
You're in tears on YouTube?
No, no, I'm not in tears. It's Emerald Tears.
Oh,
My
Emerald
YouTube
Tears.
name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you. Well, first, how is your daughter doing?
My daughter's fine. She's good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the girl who committed suicide earlier this year? And it's circulating that the victims played a role in the bullying, and
that's led her to take her life?
Yeah. And the family members maybe seeking revenge. It was said on another channel. I'm not going to say what channel because I know you don't like that.
Oh, okay. So you're saying, is it connected to the Idaho 4?
Right, yeah.
So you're saying somebody got bullied, a girl took their life, and possibly some family is seeking revenge for...
Correct.
No,
yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Really?
Do you think these girls might have been part of the Mean Girl Club?
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They didn't look very mean. They looked so happy, and they were seen so friendly at the food truck other to the one guy. But you see her run up and hug the dude, and she was all happy and offering her food. She didn't seem very mean to think she's part of the Mean Girl Club.
You never know. I mean, girls can be vicious. I mean...
Oh, I know. Way more vicious than men.
Absolutely. I mean, I work with an office full of women, and it's cutthroat, and you would think they were the nicest people in the world, but they're not.
A dude will be mad at you for about 30 minutes, and then he'll drink a beer with you. You know what I'm saying? Dudes don't hold their madness long. We don't stay mad long. Guys don't. Women do. You get a woman mad, they're mad forever. Mad. Forever, ever.
Yeah. Yeah, forever, ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened. It was just something that came up, and it just kind of, I guess, resonated with me because I couldn't imagine losing one of my children to bullying. Like, I mean, I would never go to the depths of what whoever the killer did. But I mean, I absolutely could see like revenge in some way. And I mean, some people are twisted enough to do it.
It's so bad it seems like there's some anger, you know?
Yeah, and and as far as like everybody saying, you know, there's all these Jacks, like Jack and Jill, whatever
Jack
the Jacks
S,
are.
Jack F, Jack.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of Jacks.
I really, really don't think that they had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I don't. I think that whoever this was an older person, maybe a father of a victim, taking the anger out from losing. It's just my theory.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I don't know if that to be the case, that somebody really take their life that's connected to them. That's, you know, or is that?
Yeah, if you look it up, there's several people in the chat that have also heard about it too. So anyway, I just wanted to voice that because I haven't heard you talk about it. So I didn't know if, like, you actually knew about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard about nobody killing themselves, you know, that was connected to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they were friends. I mean, it could have been somebody that wanted to be friends and wanted to be in the group because they seemed like they were a very tight-knit group, you know, and maybe she wasn't accepted. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Anything's possible at this point, you know? Anything's possible.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. I don't think that it was anybody young. I don't think they have the stamina or the mental capacity to do it.
Yeah, I think I just think it's so brutal that this is somebody that's done it before, and a young person ain't done nothing like this before. You know?
Right.
So, but look, I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, no problem.
Happy
I hope
holidays.
you have a good night. Yeah, thank you. You too.
All right, bye-bye. Now, I don't know if that's a real connection there. It's what YouTubers are running with that, but is it possible somebody's seeking some revenge on these people in the house? There is, but it could be for any reason. Thing about this world is people kill you for stupid shit. You know? The dude could have played somebody on a video game and beat them. Next thing you know, he done come to your house and stabs you to death. That's how the world works. It's crazy stuff like that. They come find out it was all over a game of damn Call of Duty. You know, it's stupid stuff like that. Or this is, like I said, the work of a serial killer. Whoever did it is going to kill again. You don't kill that many people brutally, don't get caught and not kill again. Dolly. Yo.
You tripped me out with those glasses on. You remind me of a white Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder?
But anyway, yeah, white Stevie Wonder, though.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Let me touch your wrist.
No, listen.
No, I'm playing.
Listen, I'm the one that called in with the address that added up to 13 or a 6 in it. Or
oh,
a 6.
Lord. Is this math, my math tutor? You're going to math class now.
Yes, listen. It's 2 of them. They serial killers, and they target the address. They know the house. They probably worked on it. And they foreigners.
Okay.
And listen to this. All right, you know, the Travis Jewton and the Jamie Lynn, they was slashed in, me and my daughter call them slashers. They was slashed in their home on 8/13/2021. Jamie Lynn lived. But I don't know if she gave a description. I don't know. They're saying it's not related, okay? 8/13/2021. They were stabbed in their home between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning on 13th. Sandra Ladd, 6/13/2020. She was slashed in her home. She died in Washougal, Washington. Now, that was on 6/13/20, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you look back on these slashers, in Knoxville, Tennessee, Dorian Bluford was stabbed. He went out there from Louisiana to from Texas. He lived there too. He went to Tennessee with his lover, gay lover. Well, the gay lover killed him and got away in the BMW, and the people saw him leaving. Well, he lawyered up, and they don't know who. I can't find out who his name is, but I don't know. This has been going on since 2017 that I've traced it back to. Now, a lot of these. Like in 1999 at Washington State University, 2 women were attacked by knife points. They survived, and they said that it was one man, but it had to have been 2. They released to the press, one man. It had to have been 2 because they found 2 knives. And those girls were foreigners, and they lived, and they said the guy was a short, like a 5-foot, 110-pound guy, a foreigner that attacked them.
And that was at Washington State University?
Yeah, and they squished it. I could hardly find anything about it, but somebody at the Idaho University wrote a paper, and I found that paper that they wrote. And it was deep. You know how you start digging on the internet and you just go deeper and deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole? Well, I found the paper, and these were some of the killings that they had on there. Well, actually, this was all of them, but there's more across the United States. And they're Friday the 13th. I told my daughter, I said, you better get home. You better get somewhere safe. The slasher's out. Lock your doors, because I'm telling you, they targeted this guy and his wife, that Travis Jewton, and they say it's not related. Come on, the 13th of every time these killings are. They was out like at a farmhouse where they lived. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like at a college or university, but I looked on the internet, and he looked young, the guy did. But, yeah, I think that this has been going on. They're doing this. They targeting the addresses because they know the house. They've either worked on it or been there. You see what I'm saying? You just can't go into a house and kill somebody without knowing the house.
I mean, you could.
Know?
I can walk in your house.
Fumble around in the dark.
I could walk in your house, but I wouldn't. But I mean, I'm saying it's possible.
But I mean, how many people are going to do that? How many people have guns nowadays, or got a man there that'll defend themselves?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I would, you would think somebody would shoot you. I mean, it takes a crazy person to come up in your house.
Yeah, it had to be 2 people. They had to have known that address. And I think it's Satanist. That Friday the 13th. You know what?
Today's the 13th.
Yeah. That's what I told my daughter. I said, you better get home and we got to lock the doors.
What if the killer strikes tonight?
He might. I mean, but it might be in another state.
Lord.
It might be in another state, and that's why they can't catch them. They can't catch them, and they just want to squish everything and put it under the rug because they embarrassed. They can't catch them.
Killers don't like locked doors.
I think
they got to lock the door. They keep a killer out.
I personally think that they had worked on that house and they had set up some type of device in there, because you can get a light bulb now that's a camera. Did you know that? A light bulb.
Yep. I have.
You know what I mean?
I have plenty of security on my stuff.
I think they was watching from the inside. Remember, I told you I thought it was filmed, and they probably made a game out of it because they foreigners.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where are they from? India?
I don't know, but if you'll look on all those kids' Facebooks, I went through every one of them, and I've been doing this since day one. Every one of them, they got some foreigners on there that they're friends with.
Okay, we get.
Now, I'm not saying, I can't point the finger at anybody, but I do believe they're foreigners.
Okay. We're going to turn that into a drinking game. I think it's the band. The band foreigners. I don't know the band, the foreigners are killers, but I'll look into that band, woman.
666 or something. I don't know, but
oh, Lord.
I don't know.
I don't be putting no demons on me. I live next to a graveyard.
I know.
You have a good one. Happy holidays.
You too. Peace
Look,
out. Peace.
2 and 2 equals 4. Santa's knocking at your door. Peace.
Ho.
There you go. She's damn Da Vinci Code lady. All right, that's Mrs. Da Vinci Code. That's her new name. You know how we got Paper Cut Tina? That's Mrs. Da Vinci Code. All right, we're gonna call her Mrs. Nicolas Cage. I believe it's probably one killer. It could be possibly two killers. You know, a killer and a getaway driver. And the getaway driver could be the white Elantra. So tonight is the 13th. If you see a white Elantra, run fast, okay? Don't run like me, all slow and shit, and get killed. You got to run fast. Don't look back, because that's when you trip, all right? I don't know if y'all watch horror movies like me, but every time you look back, that's when you trip. All right, just run. Dolly. Not Dolly, okay? Yeah, she, you know, I don't know who done it, the killing. I don't think race matters. It just matters there is a killer on the loose, okay? A killer's a killer. I don't care if he's purple. Dolly?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, I needed the lady that was just talking about right before, just a second ago, about the people being cameras and junk, and
Yeah.
she checked into it and had all that background. How do I get a hold of that lady? I need to talk to her.
Yeah, talk to
I got-
you think
Yeah,
that's
I got
happening
the
too?
same problem going on in my house right now, and I need somebody to believe me.
Okay, you got people videotaping you inside your house right now?
Yeah, yes, my neighbor, and he's got cameras everywhere around the corners. I've lived here. It's been going on for about a year and a half, and I can't get nobody to believe me. My landlords don't believe me, and I'm in a wheelchair, and there's nothing I can actually do about it.
Uh-huh.
So, and when I heard her talking about it, I thought, it's what's going on in my house.
Well, you know what you should do? You should go get you a bunch of cameras and point them back at your neighbor then.
Well,
I don't know. Fight fire with fire? I don't know what to do. Honestly, if your neighbor, you really think your neighbor's watching you? I always feel like someone's watching
no, I don't.
me.
I don't think you like me.
Oh, well, you don't think they try to hurt you, do you?
I don't know.
Maybe you ever thought you might just be a little paranoid and they're watching the neighborhood just to make sure nothing bad happens. So if something bad does happen to you, they'll have it on camera.
But to get up in the attic, and I've already accused them of making meth because I've been smelling it, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's the worst smell you could ever smell. And when I started talking about it, well, that's when all the cameras started going up. They started aggravating me to death. Because I said something about it out loud.
Well, then you need to report to the authorities that your neighborhood smells like a meth lab. That'd probably start there. That'd probably be your best bet. You smell some things that don't smell right. Could you come check it out?
I don't think they do. It's just a little small town. I don't think they do anything to help me.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Anyway, but I wanted to talk to that lady. How would
I don't know how you'd get a hold of her. You just.
She didn't have a certain name or anything.
Yeah, she's Mrs. Da Vinci Code.
Well, anyway, maybe she'll.
Yeah. Like maybe she'll call back in and I'll try to get y'all connected.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
All right.
Will that work for you?
Thank you so much, and I love you. Love you. You're so great.
Don't worry, nobody's gonna get you. All right, peace.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys. I mean, it's possible her neighbor is watching her, you know, but don't be so paranoid, you know. Don't be paranoid where you think everybody's trying to get you. You know, there's laws about cameras. You can record anything outdoors. You can't have cameras pointed in people's windows, and you can't have them pointed inside their door. Anything outside of a residence in public, you can film. You can't be purposely trying to film in their windows and in their doors. That's a law in Virginia. I know here. It might be different state to state. Dolly.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. No, I had seen a clip on a video earlier. I don't know if you had noticed the look on, I think it's Kaylee's dad's face when he turned around and he looked at the boyfriend hugging Kaylee's mom.
Yeah, I did see that.
You did see it?
Yeah. It was.
Now, is it Oh, go ahead, sorry.
It seemed a little strange.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, could it possibly be the hoodie guy is the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend?
Say that one more time.
The hoodie guy from the food truck. Could that be the ex-boyfriend?
I don't know. I have no clue if it's him or not. But I haven't heard anybody say that's him.
Okay.
So.
And.
I don't know. The dad seemed a little odd to the boyfriend. You know, I just thought it seemed a little odd.
That's what I thought. And then, yeah, the look he gave him, it was like, the look that the boyfriend was giving the dad was like, I heed your warning or something. I don't know. Like
and the dad said some other cryptic things, like the killer didn't have to go upstairs. And that's, what does the dad know? Because I'm assuming as the father, they're going to tell you certain things.
Right.
You know, they're going to say, hey, this is what we know, but don't, keep it to yourself. So he might know a few things, and that's his way of leaking some of the things he knows.
Right. Yeah. I think they know, and they just want to get enough evidence to hold it or whatever, and because they're not, I don't know, it just seems like they're not saying much about it. And
because they don't know much. Even in the press conference today, they said they're shifting through, like going through calls, trying to, weed people out and stuff. The tip line, it seems like their best thing right now. So from the crime, it seems like they don't, just from the sound of it to me, which I could be completely wrong, sounds like they don't have much. But I could be wrong, and they could have a ton of things.
Oh, okay.
But to me,
I thought
listening
they had a lot.
to it,
I thought they
just
had a lot of
listening to
evidence.
it don't sound like they got much.
Oh, okay.
They don't have a description. They don't know if it's a man. They don't know if it's a woman. They don't know anything. They don't know if it's one person, two people. All they know is 2013 stock Honda Elantra picture. That's it. That's all you get.
Do you think it'll be a cold case?
Yeah, it's cold now. It's been a month. How long
and
does it take?
And I have one more question.
Sit something on the shelf
The
and see
Kaylee,
how long it takes to get cold.
What's that?
I mean, how long does it take something to get cold? It seems pretty cold.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
They haven't arrested anybody as a suspect or anything. So in over a month, that seems pretty cold.
Right. And one more, I wanted to touch on Kaylee. I mean, the boyfriend identified, or not the tow truck driver identified that guy being the boyfriend. Correct?
And
was that
Kylie Rodney?
Yeah.
The tow truck driver. I don't know. I haven't seen the whole Nick interview
yet. That video, when they released the whole thing, they get a picture. They get a picture on the phone of Kylie's ex-boyfriend, and show it to that tow truck driver, and he identifies that was him.
Oh.
Now, it don't matter whether or not it was Saturday, Friday, or a year ago. I mean, he said he wasn't there. So if that was him, I think it should be, I don't know, open it back up. I don't understand. This is how things get covered up. Because everybody, all the YouTube creators, everybody thought that it was a murder. And everybody, and then they just let it go, and then everybody's fine with it. They're just like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a cover-up, but what do I know? That it could be an accident. But I still, was like, how do you get in a hatch of a vehicle? It looked like she was strapped in to me. So, I mean, I can go to that, but I don't know.
And that's another thing. I
know
the guy
this,
said.
that I might not have been 100 about that being team foul play on that one, but I know this, that Idaho is definitely team foul play.
Right.
There ain't no question in this one. These people didn't stab themselves.
Right.
So, there's a killer on the loose.
Yep. Well, I'll let you go. I just wanted to call in. I've never called in before. I love watching your show.
Awesome.
You're awesome.
Take it easy. Peace.
Keep it up.
Later.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome to the Murder Crew, Mega Million 1990. Welcome. All right, guys, that's a good way to keep Dolly alive. Hit that join button. I won't be homeless like that, all right? I wouldn't look good homeless. Think about me with a cardboard sign. You'd much rather watch me on YouTube. Dolly?
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
It's Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Hi. So I was calling in because I had heard about the Billy Joe and them saying, well, I guess
Hey, said bitches.
It's obviously rumored that the judge saw her with like an earpiece in her ear.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So, you know, me living in the 757, I know when I have to go to court, I'm lucky if I can bring a piece of paper in that court.
How do you
with me.
get through the metal detectors?
That's what I'm saying.
Right? How did
So-
she get her phone through to all that stuff?
Exactly.
That's why I thought it was a lie. You can't even get the phone in the courtroom here.
No, I know that. That's why I was like, how would she even go through the detectives and the security? They won't even let me wear half my jewelry. I gotta walk back
Yeah,
to
I
the car.
mean, yeah, you ain't getting. You gotta take your belt, everything off at here. You gotta damn near strip to get into the courthouse.
Yeah, it's worse than the airport.
I know. I would think the same thing. I'm thinking, damn, TSA's quicker than getting into the damn courthouse here.
Right.
Now I don't
So
know if
that was-
Georgia's the same way.
I don't know. I just know
I
that
did
we
go to
can't.
the courthouse, and there is a metal. You do got to go through like a check at the Georgia courthouse too. So I don't know how she got it in there.
Right. I mean, if it's true, you know, because we don't. I guess you know it's all alleged right now. But yeah, because I was wondering that. I was like, wait a minute. Dolly and I both live in Virginia. I need to call him and ask him what he thinks about her getting in there with that thing in her ear.
I mean, yeah, the thing in the ear, phone, and you know, people were saying she kept looking at Leilani. Wouldn't it become against the law to look at somebody though? And what's with the letter that don't make sense? Write an apology letter to the judge. The judge didn't like the letter, so you go to jail. That don't even make sense.
Well, the way I see it is, anytime you're held in contempt, it means you piss a judge
off. Yeah, you done pissed the judge off somehow. Yeah, because I have one, and it was when I pissed the judge off. I said, this is bullshit. I thought I said, this is bull. I honestly did.
Right.
In my mind, that's what I thought I said, but in reality, I said, this is bullshit. And he was like, take them to the back. 4 days, baby. Watch what you say. That's why I try not to cuss. You never know. You never know when something's going to slip, right? And I swear to you, I did not mean to say bullshit that day. I did not. I meant to say this is bull, but I said this is bullshit, and that got me 4 days in jail. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I didn't serve the 4 days. I didn't serve the 4 days. I appealed it, got out, and then they dropped it. They didn't even put me in jail. But I sat in jail that day, though. That whole day until the judge brought me back out there in front, because I set it at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I sat back there from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon when he brought me back out, and he was like, you know, you're going to watch your language. And I was like, I apologize. I didn't mean to say it. You know, I didn't. I really didn't mean to say it. I just meant to say this is bull. And I said bullshit, and that's all it took. Bam.
Right.
To the back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's none that's hard to control. It comes out of your mouth sometimes.
Yeah. You got to watch some cuss words. You don't want to say them in inappropriate time.
Absolutely. I was just wondering how she managed to weasel all those items into that courtroom.
I was thinking the same thing too. Like I couldn't even get in there with these sunglasses. They'd be like, take them off your face, take your belt off. You know what I'm saying? You got anything metal, put it in this tray. You know, you're sitting there just like you go through TSA. It's just how it is the courthouse here.
Yeah, I was wearing certain pieces of jewelry that they considered.
I mean, they don't put you on a body scanner, but other than that, you still walk through the metal detector and they wand you. You know, so
yeah, yep. So that's
she did it though. If that's true. And who was she talking to in the earpiece? Cher?
Right. Well, that's why I'm kind of wondering. Like, is this just something somebody made up to make it sound better from what she was really in contempt of? You know, I mean. Yeah,
I thought the same thing too. There's probably some truth in the middle somewhere. They're saying that, you know, but the charge is what it is. She ain't in there for nothing major yet.
Right.
But we still got
exactly.
to celebrate a little bit. You know, a drop of justice is still a drop of justice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's,
You know, it might not fill the whole well, but hey, that's the first drop. Okay, we're getting some water in the well.
That's right.
So.
Yep. Yes. So I don't know. It's always good to at least feel a little bit of relief when you can start seeing justice rolling.
Yeah, well, you know, she's in a turtle suit, so apparently she's in the jail on suicide watch or medical block, right? Because she's a threat of hurting herself because they wouldn't have her in that suit if she won't.
Right.
And I just, the bad thing about jail is all of them are cold as shit. So, you know, she's cold, miserable as hell. She was living a good life too. So when you lived a good life and you go to jail is super miserable.
Oh, no, I've
When
never
you go
been
from
in jail.
used to eating steaks and eating really good, then they throw some shit on your plate. It don't even look like food. It don't even look like something your dog would eat. And then you just like, damn. That's when reality sets in.
Man, that's what. Well, her turtle suit wasn't green like Leilani.
I know, because Leilani was put in a pod because Leilani wasn't suicidal. She was dressed out like me. When I wasn't in that either. I was in a green outfit just like Leilani. I think I looked better in green than Leilani. I didn't look as depressed.
Yeah, that's another thing. Her mugshot's in that that vest.
Yeah, because she said she was probably crying and they thought she was going to hurt herself. So they make you take your clothes off. They put you in this little plastic gown and they walk you as they put you in a cell that has windows so they can walk up and check on you every 10 minutes. And then they just sit there. She sits there and cries for, you know, until she gets out. That's how it works. I was a trustee in the jail. So I walked through the jail, the medical pods, all of it. You'll see people in the little turtle suits sitting there. I'm like, man, I wouldn't want to do it because you can't socialize. And that's the worst part of jail is when they put you in a cell by yourself and you're just sitting there because then all you have is you and your thoughts. And that's the worst, right? If they put you in a pod where there's 100 people, it's like a college dorm. You're talking to people, you playing cards. Sometimes you might even forget you in jail for a few minutes. Not long, right? But yeah, but you got that, you're passing time. You know what I'm saying? Your mind's occupied. You're not trapped in your mind. When they put you in a cell and it's just you, that's the worst. When they're holding you in the bullpens by yourself, when they got you in the hole by yourself, when it's just you.
Right.
For some reason, and you trapped with nothing to do, and it's just you and your mind, it's the worst.
Because I had heard that they were doing this for her protection, which I truly believe.
They wouldn't have her in that gown for her protection.
Well, I thought it was
they're protecting her from herself.
That's what I meant. Yeah. That's what I meant.
It's for her protection, but protecting her from her. It's not protecting her from other inmates.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, they just don't want her to, off herself in the jail because then they're responsible for it. They could be sued.
Right.
So if she goes in there saying, I want to hurt myself, and they don't watch her, and she does, they're responsible for it. They knew she was suicidal.
Yeah, because when Leilani was in there, that sheriff had said that he's just a holding facility. He ain't got nothing to do with who's guilty, who's not. They treat everybody the same. He's a holding facility.
They don't treat everybody the same. They didn't treat me like they treated everybody else. Hell no, they don't. He lied there. But he's a nice guy. I ain't messing with him. But they don't treat everybody the same. They're professional. Right. I give them that. I give that jail that. They're really professional. They ain't just mean to you.
Right.
They just want you to go with the program, do what they say, and you'll go through that. Go through there. You give these dudes a hard time. They're country boys. You don't want to give a whole lot of country boys a hard time.
Well, when Heels on the Ground showed up, they was like, all right, where's Dolly? We want him out of here.
Yeah, they were even asking me inside the jail. They were like, who do you know? I was like, apparently some crazy people. I didn't know anybody was outside screaming like that, though, either.
Oh, I was watching it.
Inside, I had no clue. I thought to myself, I'm dressed out in the turtle suit, not the one that, I'm in the actual green jumper getting ready to go to the pod.
Right.
Right, which is cool with me because that's where I'd rather be. I don't like being in them holding cells, and I don't like being by myself in there. I'd rather be around 100 inmates, right? Because then I could talk to somebody. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm Dolly. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, time goes so slow. So I look forward to when I get in there, if I'm there, that they go ahead and get me dressed out and get me to the back, because I don't want to sit around in a cell by myself for 10 hours. Cold as shit, because them holding cells are always cold. Like the drunk tanks, they keep them cold so you'll sober your ass up.
Oh, my gosh. No, I've never been in jail. I've been to court enough to know that I wasn't ever able to wear earpiece.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I watched that whole thing live. Heels on the ground out there. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go.
Yeah, they got me out pretty quick. That's the fastest I've ever got out of jail.
They really did.
That was quick. They were like, you ain't getting out. And then it changed from you ain't getting out. Could you get out quicker? That's what it went to. You ain't going nowhere. To, hey, could you hurry up?
Oh, that was fun. And then when y'all went to dinner afterwards, and Molly did that video, and Justin's face like said it all. Like he was just like over everything.
Yeah, Georgia was a lot. Georgia was a lot. That was the breaking point, though. That was the breaking point.
Yeah.
But everything happened, you know, and the world got to see it. So it was like a big soap opera. Y'all welcome. Okay, I'm still probably going to jail for that shit.
Well, no, you won't. Y'all do a fantastic job, y'all as a team, and we're all out there rooting for y'all. And
yeah, I say this: we did our mission. Our mission was to bring a lot of attention to that little boy, and we did that. Too bad my freedom in jeopardy over it, but we did. We completed the mission.
Right. Well, it's worth every minute for sure.
Not every minute of my jail time. You know what I'm saying? But hey.
Well, you don't know that yet. We have to just wait.
Yeah, I think the campaign of attention, and that's all I wanted for the little boy was anyway, is, you know, to bring some attention to it. So there's some justice.
And even if that alone brought attention to it, it still got attention brought to it.
Yeah,
you know?
There was some negativity. I should have never grabbed a bullhorn, but, you know, emotions and things like that. But for the most part, I look at that as a good thing I'd done is, you know, I went out there, I brought some attention to that. Now there's justice for that little baby. And, which even if I hadn't went there, probably still would have been, you know, I ain't going to act like I did it. You know what I'm saying? But I did help bring some attention to it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's about it. But, you know.
I think all y'all make a fantastic team, and it was good seeing House of Williams out there. I mean, it was good just seeing everybody showing support and trying to get some justice for this baby.
Yeah. I kind of messed it up for everybody because I grabbed that bullhorn, so I kind of made things chaotic.
Yeah, but that
I couldn't help it. Childhood trauma.
All right, Dolly. Well, I'll let you get the next caller, and
all right, you be good.
All right, be good. Have a great night.
All right, peace. Yeah, you know, a little childhood trauma. You know, I can't take those bullhorns. It ain't that. I just, you know, crackheads scare me. They're like zombies, and I thought that lady was gonna go for my brain. Okay. I got a little small one. I figured she could eat it pretty quick. So I was just like, bullhorn, right? I don't know. I lost my mind for a second. I was possessed. Mission accomplished. Yeah, I feel that mission was accomplished. That one was accomplished. Okay? It was completed. Task completed. Dolly. Yes.
Should I give up on the idea you're going to unblock me?
I mean, probably it's a possibility, but I wouldn't yet. There's always hope.
I like being in your chat, but I don't even know how to come by anymore. I check every once in a while so I can call you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to find you eventually. I'm going to unblock you, and you're going to love me again in the morning.
Yeah, so why don't you block me now so I continue to love you now?
Okay, because I got to find you in 500, 600 people with a bad eye.
Yeah, but I sent you the link.
I got
with my name in
cataracts.
it. I sent you the link with my name in it.
I know it. I looked. I swear. On little baby Jesus, I looked.
Come on.
I swear on little baby Jesus. My favorite Jesus.
All right. Well, can you
I'm going to look
harder?
again. I promise you I'm going to look again.
All right.
I just got to
thank you.
remember. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Peace.
Let's see.
Yeah, guys, don't get to say anything that's going to get you blocked, because sometimes it's hard to find people. There's a list of 600 people I got to go through to unblock her. I can't find her. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
I just had to discuss this Billy Joe business a little bit.
Billy Joe.
That's
Which
right.
Billy
Well,
Joe
I
you want to talk
blame-
about? You want to talk about Billy Joe Betterton, or do you want to talk about Billy Joe Howe? Which Billy Joe you want to talk
Both
about?
of them.
Oh,
Both of them.
Okay.
The AKA each of one.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm blaming Cheryl for this. In my opinion, that's the reason she's sitting up in there.
Cher?
Because, yes.
Because she listens
because
to that lady.
She kept going live on that channel.
You know what I found out about
And
Cher?
yak, 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 yak.
You know what I
same
found
thing
out
on
about?
another
You know
channel.
what I found out about Cher
And
that's
then
worse than
she'd
her
be
being a
crying
baby killer
and bawling
supporter?
and swallowing and talking about them kids. Talking about it's a gag order on it. When the judge tells you you're not allowed to talk about them kids to nobody, where they're at, what they're doing, who they're gonna, whatever. That's what it means. And Cher, I believe, she kind of set her up in a way, in my opinion, by getting her to say things she wasn't supposed to say.
Yep.
And then telling her, well, you need to go up in there and fight like hell for them kids. I told her that. And I said, no, you don't tell her
You know
that.
what I found out worse
What
about
Billy Joe
Cher?
needed to do was get
Hold
an
on,
attorney.
You know what I found
She
out worse?
needed an attorney. What?
Cher. I found out about Cher worse than her supporting baby killers. Worse than that.
Right.
She hurts little doggies. I couldn't believe that when I seen that. I was like, this lady hurts little doggies. And
Little
supports baby
dogs?
killers. Little dogs.
What dog?
She done got in trouble for hurting little doggies. Little Lolos.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
Who
know
could hurt
about
a little
that.
doggy?
What'd she do to the dog?
I don't know. Something that got her locked up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I said, that's
So-
what I said. I was like, I just thought she was a baby killer supporter. When I heard she didn't like little doggies, I was like, oh, that's it. I don't like this lady.
Oh, no. I don't know.
I
I'm
was
just
cool
saying,
with her just being a
I
baby
think
killer
she-
supporter, but now that I know she don't like little dogs, oh, hell nah, lady.
She should have kept her mouth shut about all that because the judge said gag order is gag order. And that means no discussion
She
of
don't
them
like little
kids,
cats,
right?
too? I don't
well,
like cats,
Cher
but
didn't
I
care
don't- I
what she
hate 'em.
got to lose.
I wouldn't
What
abuse
Cher
her.
got to lose? Nothing. She gets more views, more clicks, more whatever.
She
didn't
leached
lose
the
nothing in
hell
this
out of
deal.
Billy Joe. I know.
She
I
didn't
know.
lose nothing in this deal. The only one that lost was Billy Joe. And I'm like, this little gal's a lot younger than you. You ought to be smarter than that. She should have been smarter than that. Thinking Cher knows more than she does.
I know.
I'm like, wake up now.
I
Come on.
know.
Smell the
And
coffee.
I know. I agree with you. You know, when you're
Gonna
older,
sit up
when you're
there
an
and
older
listen to
person,
her.
you thinking a younger person knows more than you. Lady, you got 50 times more life experience than them. I don't know, because Billy Joe's
Yes.
only 45.
Well, I don't think Cher's
We
ever
look at
had
her
a
like she's
legitimate
105,
job.
but she's only 45 years old. Now that
Yeah,
I think about
Cher's
it.
never had a legitimate job that you know of. I never heard that she had one. What life experience does she have? She's never even worked. So, at least Billy Joe had a decent job.
Yeah,
I'm
Billy
like,
Joe.
come on
Yeah,
now.
she had a hard working ass job. Good job, too.
Yeah, I'm like, come on now.
I know that's the bad thing about it. Is
Billy.
If Billy Joe would have zigged when she should have zagged, she would be doing so good right now. You know? But
Well, if she wanted them grandkids back eventually, whatever. What she needed to do was get herself an attorney.
Maybe the Leilani reason is the reason she fell off so bad. You know, because she was
Get
working.
herself an attorney. She should have had herself a lawyer to handle whatever she wanted done.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
shouldn't be up
not
in there
get on
talking at all,
YouTube and
doing
think
anything. She should have
Sharon
somebody speaking
is
for
going
her.
to save her.
I bet you don't
Sharon's
hear.
going to save her from nothing.
You won't hear Dolly say a word in the court in Georgia. You'll hear my lawyer. You won't hear me say a word. I'm going to stand there and look innocent as shit. I'm just going to stand
Where's
there and
your
look
court
innocent.
date over there for the bullhorn lady?
I ain't got it yet, but when I do,
Oh, shit.
you know what I'm saying? I'm going to walk in there with a good-ass Georgia attorney, and I ain't going to say a word. I know my
Well, I'll
role.
tell you
Shut up.
what.
That's your role. Shut up.
Joe, you know you shouldn't have done that. You were really a stranger walking up to a woman you hardly even knew.
What?
Y'all just screamed at each other. You didn't know her. And you just walk up there, grab her bullhorn, whatever. Come on now.
That bullhorn.
If somebody would have done that to you or Betty, you'd have been pissed off.
What, if grabbing a bullhorn? But me and Betty wouldn't have been saying, we wouldn't have been out there to harass people.
Whatever.
Paid to harass people either.
You know better than that. You need to get a little bit more
I have childhood trauma. Okay?
Self-control, buddy.
I know.
Self-control.
She was saying horrible things.
Because, you know, she don't have no backup. I personally
wouldn't have hurt
have
that lady.
backup.
I wouldn't have hurt that lady.
My son, you know, they'd have went down there
I never
and
put
mowed
a
the grass
hand.
with.
I never put a
They
hand.
would have mowed the grass with your face.
Yeah, but I never put a hand on that lady.
I'm just saying now. Come on.
I didn't
We
put a
saw
hand.
the video.
Yeah, didn't you? Saw the video. You
And
see me grab a bullhorn.
Even Justin was in the background screaming, "Oh, Dolly assaulted her! Dolly assaulted her!"
But I didn't
Come
assault
on
her. I
now.
grabbed a bullhorn.
Even she was screaming, "You done it!" in
What?
the video.
But you can clearly see I never put a hand on that lady.
No, you did. You did.
Where
you
did
didn't
I
have no
put a
right
hand?
to grab anything from her.
Yeah, I didn't have to, but she didn't have to sit out there screaming
Well,
people's
you know, it
mamas
doesn't matter
dying
what she
and
was
talking shit
doing.
about people's mamas. Okay?
It doesn't
She
matter what she
verbally
was doing.
assaulted multiple people. Okay?
It doesn't matter. Well,
I
you
stopped
verbally
the verbal
insulted people
assaulting
too when you
people.
were there.
Killers.
Come
I
on
verbally
now.
assaulted killers. Baby killers. I
All
didn't
right,
verbally
Dolly, we've
assault
had this
innocent
discussion.
people.
Yeah.
I
One
wasn't
more
out there
thing
talking about
for you.
people's mamas.
One more thing for you. Now, the numbers lady, she really interests me. She should write a book, but listen, I was waiting for you to ask her the question, why does she think it's foreigners?
She said why she thought it was foreigners.
She did say?
Yeah, you didn't catch why she came to the
No,
conclusion.
I didn't catch
She
that
said
part.
because the girls that were attacked at Washington State University identified it as a foreigner, 5 foot
Okay, well,
something.
what?
So she believes these
What-
are connected. So she believes the killer is a foreigner.
Okay, well, why does she think the foreigners are doing it?
That I don't know. I don't
You
know.
should ask her that. Why does she think the foreigners are doing it? Is it just because of the numbers, or is it because of their? I don't know. I'm curious to know why she thinks they're doing it.
I mean, I don't know. She thinks there's a ring of people involved in it.
Yeah, but foreigners.
I mean, she said, I don't know why. We'll have to ask her next time she calls in.
Yes, please do, because that's bothering me.
Okay.
All right, Dolly. You
All right.
have a nice day.
All right, peace.
Talk to you. Okay, bye.
Bye. Now, in no way, shape, or form did I ever put a single finger on that lady in Georgia. Okay? If I wanted to assault that lady, trust me, I could have reached back and knocked her out one punch. But I wouldn't do that. I wasn't going to hit no lady. I wasn't going to hurt that lady. I wasn't going to do anything to that lady like that. Okay? If I wanted to hurt that lady, I could have hurt that lady. But I didn't want to hurt nobody. I wasn't there to hurt nobody. Anybody that was watching my stream, I tried to de-escalate a situation by taking that bullhorn. Because she was screaming hateful shit and there was about to be a fight. These women were about to fight. Okay? I was sitting down away from it. I got up to go intervene in it. Okay? The situation, taking that bullhorn, did de-escalate the situation. Okay? Because it was about to be worse. There was going to be a physical assault take place. Okay? And there wasn't. The only thing that got touched out there was that bullhorn. All right? And I'll have my day in court for that. And like I said, I'll have me a good-ass Georgia lawyer. I'll walk in there. I won't say a word. My lawyer will take care of that. You know what I'm saying? It is, at this point, what it is. But I can tell you this. If I wanted to hurt anybody or do anything like that, there was nothing between me and that lady but air. Okay? If I wanted to put my hands on her, grab her body, anything I wanted to do, I could have done. And I didn't do that. I just wanted her to stop screaming about people's dead mamas or their mamas dying that was paid to do it. Okay? By hate channels. This wasn't a local out there having a problem with us. This was somebody that came there to attack us because we are YouTubers. Okay? Total different scenario. This ain't some innocent lady that I walked up and snatched a bullhorn. This is some trifling ass lady that was paid by trifling ass people to be there to harass people that she don't know. Okay? That's it. So I don't feel sorry for her. I didn't hurt that lady. That lady has been arrested for conning, right? Shoplifting. Multiple shoplifting charges. So the woman's a fucking thief. Okay? You got some thieving ass lady that's being paid, dressed, turning shit into like a complete real circus. That's what it was. And I'd be surprised when she shows up in Georgia that she don't go to jail. Dolly.
Tell you.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing? Is this Dolly?
Yeah, Dolly.
Hi. Just come across something and I needed to run it by you because no one is talking about it. So apparently, the Idaho 4, the girl Maddie apparently had an ex-roommate who was supposedly bullied by her and possibly her best friend and other girls. And there is, I don't know if it's Instagram or what, I'm going to have to go back and look at this video I just watched, but everybody is saying on there, these girls got what they deserved. Finally, this other girl's getting justice. And apparently she was bullied so bad she committed suicide.
Yes, another caller had said something about that earlier. I hope that not to be the case, but that would mean somebody connected to that girl was the killer.
Right.
So if it's something that's coming out to light, that's something that maybe that Moscow police
need to investigate.
Yeah, need to be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they don't even know some girl was bullied. So
yeah, and for people to say they deserved it and all, and it's hundreds of people
saying they deserve to die.
Yes. They finally got what they deserved for what they did to that poor girl. I was reading them; it's horrible.
So there's a community of people out there that think these people were the reason that this girl's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody in that community could be a killer.
A suspect, right?
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I don't know.
I
have to look into that. Can you send me some information on that on Facebook?
Yeah, sure thing. I'll shoot you the video.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out.
All right, good deal.
Peace.
All right, you too.
Now, see, I didn't get the bad girl vibe. They're really pretty girls. And, a lot of times the bad girls club is usually the pretty girls, right? They're really pretty girls, but when I watch them in the video, they all seem so happy and they don't look like the Mean Girls Club. I don't get the Mean Girls Club vibe from them. But people can be mean and, what you see sometimes ain't what you get, I hope that not to be the case and somebody seek revenge on these people. But why kill them all? Because they're friends, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of theories and things out there running wild. And like I said, I don't think this is going to be solved anytime soon. And it's just a lot of rumors right now. Speculation. Dolly.
Oh my God. I can't believe I got through.
You did it.
Oh my God. Getting a hold of you is like getting a hold of the Holy Grail.
I seen you trying to call, but every time you called, there was somebody already on the line with me.
I know. Well, okay. my theory, honestly, is that little neighborhood in Idaho there, it's really congested. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people out walking. There's a lot of police activity and parties. And it's just weird to me that some serial killer or anybody would sneak in and, like, find their way. I'm sorry, I got to say, I'm with Tiffany. I think the killers, or at least the ones that were involved, were already in the house. I think they let the killer in. They probably joined in with them. They took their time. They got to take a shower, clean up, do whatever, let them out, because I don't see it. That's too hard, for a serial killer.
So you're saying the roommates are involved?
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. It's a one-way street. You can't get out, and it's congested. There's college kids out partying everywhere. I don't see a serial killer hitting that house, I think
I wouldn't see it either with the police outside and people walking down the street.
That's what I'm saying. Parties going on and everything else like that. I don't see it. And the roommates, they don't call until like 11 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, like 11 later. Yeah, a little bit later than that. And they call
and
other people too. That's weird. I think the same thing too.
It's the most logical thing because, come on, it's just a serial killer. I can totally get that. But, like, that little congested neighborhood, that street that's like a dead-end street, and it's congested, there's partying, there's people out, there's cops out, and then just, like, hit that house and no blood trail, no blood outside, like, no nothing, just like a ghost. Or were they already in the house?
Like the killer didn't walk out bloody.
Exactly. Did they let somebody in maybe, and then they let them shower, Yeah,
like it didn't rain the next day. There's no bloody footprints leading out the house. The killer had to step in all kind of blood.
Yeah, they walk out and there's nothing there.
Why not give us
a shower?
Why not give us the killer's shoe size? Because there's blood tracks in the house.
Exactly.
Let us know at least how big, how tall the killer is. I mean, you can do things like that without jeopardizing the case. Say, hey, we're looking for a person that has a shoe that's 11 and a half. All right. So now we know we can narrow down everybody with a size 9 didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But check this out. Like, okay, that is, weird on that little dead end street and all the people out and all that. But then you got to work into this equation that they slept through one person apparently being like slashed up, not just stabbed, fighting for their life. And then another person, they slept through that one too. And then a third person screaming, fighting for their life. I mean, they're not going to go out silent. Who's just going to, like, lay there and just be quiet, And then asleep. I don't think all four were asleep. Somebody had to wake up.
Jules just said in the chat room, it says, they found a white car just a little bit ago on video at a local gas station. Okay, they found a car. They found a... See, the whole thing about that car is they're showing a stock photo. So that ain't even the car. That ain't the actual car that the police are showing. It's just a car.
That could have been a car, like, just driving around. Or it could have been a car that the roommate, invited over for a little bit.
Or is somebody the two roommates in the basement? No.
That's just weird to me. I mean, how do you sleep through 4 people getting brutally?
How do you get out of the house without there being a blood trail killing 4 people bloody like that?
If you put everything to the side and just look at it with logic, the simplest explanation. I mean, come on. There's got to be somebody in the house, Like, I mean, if not, then we're dealing with a serial killer that is got some game, you know what I'm saying? Like to not leave no footprints. Not leave like nothing. Nobody sees them. Nobody catches them on camera. Nobody just nothing. Just in, out, butcher 4 people without them like making any noise to wake up other people in the house.
Yep, seems strange. Seems
That's
super
weird.
Suspect to me. I know that the FBI are smarter than me, so they would have had to sit down with these 2 roommates, and go over everything. The roommates ain't spoke to the general public, but I'm sure they've spoke with the FBI and the police.
Oh, absolutely.
And the whole fainting thing, it seems strange, but we're dealing with kids and sometimes, young adults. Sometimes they do some strange shit that don't make complete sense.
remember that it's like a little 12-year-old that believes in like Slender Man or something, and they got this little girl. She was like 12 years old out in the forest. Told her she was going to live with Slender Man or something. And they said on the count of 3, and they just like started stabbing her. They were just 12 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I know kids can be
mental
evil.
disorders.
You know,
Mental disorders in people start young. You know.
Yeah.
Some at birth. So.
Their age does not make me think, oh, they must be innocent at all. Because I've watched enough.
Oh, I don't think because they're young that they couldn't commit a horrible crime. It just don't seem like this is the first time this killer has killed. To me, now
yeah, but
it is suspect to me about the roommates in the basement for sure. Like they're there, they didn't hear nothing. They're just like,
man.
And the way they acted afterwards is super suspect. But like I said,
super suspect.
People act different in different situations. Like you would think everybody would do the same thing, but that ain't always the case.
But they slept through it.
And when you panicking and can't think, I got to give them the benefit of the doubt because the other day I was panicking trying to talk to the police on the phone. I couldn't even remember my daughter's phone number.
Man, I don't know. Because I think about, I don't know if you remember the Scream Killers. They were like 16-year-old little boys.
Yep, and they videotaped it.
They videotaped it. They planned that out. They turned her breaker box off. They had it all like, they had some plans in that. They were like 15, 16-year-old little boys.
Yeah, they just did it to do it too.
Yeah.
No real reason for it. Just they liked horror movies. They wanted to see what it was like to kill somebody.
Yeah. And a lot of those, I've been noticing a lot of those college students, they all seem to like hatchets and knives and into the little freaky stuff.
I think the Scream, they were more thrill killers. They did it for the thrill to see what it was like to kill. And then, they were kids. They realized now that they ain't never getting out of prison.
I don't know. I'm staying with Kissy on this. I got to say that the roommates seem on sketch. They might be somebody else that they let in to help them. Something's just, because no blood, and they didn't hear anything. And it's just a little one dead-end street with people all outside and nothing. And they could have talked to the roommates there, and they probably told them, like gagged it, like don't talk to anybody.
Yeah. I'm sure, it has to be something like that because they ain't released. You ain't seen them in the media. You ain't seen them talking. They did read that note from them, but that's about it.
Yeah, they just went ghosts, so.
And they got matching tattoos.
That's weird.
I don't know what that symbolizes, but.
Well, I guess, I don't know. That's where I'm looking. I've never left the house. I'm like Chris McDonough with Dawn Wells. I ain't never left the hill. I ain't never left the house.
I ain't never left the hill. You left that hill 2 times, like Candace Wells. All right, you be good, girl.
All right, bye.
All right. Dolly.
Dolly?
Yes.
Hi, it's Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Anyway, I just want to shut that off. No, you didn't hit the lady. You grabbed the bullhorn, and she was talking a lot of crap. I remember that whole thing. But anyway, as far as the Idaho thing, I think it's, in my opinion, did you see the glove that they didn't catch?
The glove? Yeah, the one that Chris McDonough found?
I think he was an ex-homicide detective found it. He was from California.
Yeah, Chris McDonough.
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just seen that whole thing. But anyway, I think it's somebody that, I think it's a serial killer. I do think the guy, he's a white male in his 30s, and I think he was going to attack the girls. Unfortunately, I think for Ethan and the other girl, I think Ethan came out when that happened. And that's why, in my opinion, I think that they all got murdered.
So you think it's somebody's probably seen him at the bar, stalked him to the house?
Yeah, and I don't even think it's the one girl. I think it's the girl Maddie. The girl Kaylee, because she wasn't supposed to be there. She just went there to show her I think Range Rover. She got something like that because she moved out of there. They said, and she was just going there to be with her friends. Like for that day, she was at home. She wasn't going to be there. So that's my opinion. I think they were targeting her. I think the guy. I think it's one person. I don't think it's multiple. Maybe a getaway driver, because that's like a lot of blood, unless he changed his clothes inside. You never know.
Yeah, and walked
I
out
don't
with
know.
them in a
It's kind of
bag
weird not to have
because
any blood.
there's no blood trail. So whatever, there's no blood trail from the house. There's no evidence markers outside
Just
of the
on the
house.
side. I don't know. It sounded like that was blood, right? That was dripping down.
Yeah, but that's from them people bleeding in the house. But
Oh,
the
no, I
killer
know.
had
That's
to have
from...
stepped in blood or had blood on them. Coming
No,
out
that's
the
right.
house, it
Yeah,
seems like
no.
it'd be on the doors, the doorknobs, the...
Oh, of course. The siding, the windows, anything. How they got in, outside. I mean...
whatever the killer touched. Because the killer's going to have blood all over him. So he had to have touched something to get doors open.
Maybe he did have gloves on, you know? I know. But I don't know. Also, I find it hard to believe that they don't have any clue who did this. I don't buy that. I think they're just not saying anything, honestly, because I think the FBI, they have to have, there's so many people in and out of that house, they have to have, and plus surveillance.
That's what's making it so hard, though, is
I
there's
know,
so many people. Even if, like, say you had somebody's DNA in that house, solid, I'd be like,
right.
Say, you could say, hey, I was over there, I met this chick over there, my DNA's in there because we were getting it on in the laundry room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My DNA's in there because I was over there drinking. I slept there a couple times. My hair's in the shower because I took a shower there a couple times. How do you dispute that? It's a party house. If kids are in and out of that house so much. They have the actual footage of the car at the gas station. Have you heard this? Not sure if it's already been mentioned. No, I want to see that footage. Megan Million.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they had to catch something outside. I'm sorry. Nobody on that block has a video. Like, nobody has surveillance. Nobody has, the ring door camera. That don't make sense. They have to see something.
She's saying there's video footage of the actual car at the gas station. Then if they got the car at the gas station, they would have the people that's driving the car inside the gas station. What gas station don't have cameras inside of it?
Hey, wait, it doesn't have cameras at the gas station, they said?
No, they said they have the actual footage of the car at a gas station.
Oh, okay.
Well, if they have the actual footage, then now they just need the footage from inside the gas station. Who's driving the car? And if we all buy into this car, what if the car don't have shit to do with it? You get there and the dude's just like, yeah, I was in the neighborhood.
I mean, who even knows if that car is anything? The person in the car could have been waiting outside for anybody, you know what I mean? Could have dropped somebody, I don't know. It just sounds really, to do that kind of crime, how does nobody know anything?
Yeah, there was a lot of kids.
Even the neighbors,
okay,
I don't know.
In Olivia's video, you see 4 or 5 kids walking down the street at that time. You see people behind the house at that time. You see the police there at that time. Okay?
Right.
So what's so strange about a white car being there at that time?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I
There's
know.
all kind of people there at that time.
Olivia's video. It was like 4 or 5 right there, like kind of walking fast. I know. How did nobody not hear? I don't know.
Nobody heard it. Nobody seen nobody out of place.
I just think they don't want to get people riled up. Plus, a lot of the income is from that college. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a lot of hush-hush with the college and the cops because of that, too. Because it's a small town, a lot of incomes from that college, stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know how they could keep it. I don't know. The FBI's involved. I think they have to have some kind of, have an idea who it was. See, maybe not their face, but seen something on some kind of camera.
But if they had a clue, would they be asking the public, like, who's this car belong? Where's this car? Who's this car? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I know.
If they had something, would they be
everything doesn't make sense what they say, but I mean, really, come on.
I don't think they have much. I think this is the best thing they have is this car. You know, without this car, they don't have nothing. So I think they're focusing so much on this car because without this, then they're back to kind of nothing.
Square one.
Yeah, square one. Wow. Maybe this car will lead them to something. Maybe it won't.
I mean, it could be. I mean, look at that guy, whatever his name was, RK, whatever. I was reading up on him, and that guy didn't do, he did a murder for 10 years, 12 years, and he didn't kill anybody for 20.
Yeah. I mean,
I definitely think it's a serial killer, though. I really, really do. They just don't want to have people flipping out.
Yeah, it's somebody with former military experience is what I'm thinking.
That too, because remember what the dad said? I don't know, how true that article is. I know the daughter kind of said it, they didn't say all that, but that article is pretty, I don't know, gruesome, how they worded it, you know?
Yeah, or it's either somebody that has former military training, or somebody
I
that
believe
has
that.
is a hunter, avid hunter, that
Yep.
can kill and skin animals, that type of thing.
Yeah,
I
because
just
the woman, what's her? What's up
I
with
don't
her?
see this
She's
being a
like
mad
the
girl.
lawyer, but like that lady that went the coronary, and she's a lawyer too. That's odd. I don't know. I just think it's really odd the whole time to begin with. Like the more you hear things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know she does it. They send it out. You know what I mean? She just, goes to the medical examiner, but still. But she said in that article, right, that like they didn't have a chance, like they didn't suffer or something like that. I remember reading.
Yeah, I mean the wounds were
Because the way they
fatal.
were killed, like it was
Yeah.
fast, and I think you're right, absolutely. Either hunter or military, something. A man, definitely a man. I don't think a woman, like honestly, at all.
Yeah,
And,
I don't think it's a woman.
No, I think that girl was Maddie was the target of it. That's just my opinion.
Actually, we need to look into the David. I don't know how you say his last name. Loach.
Who's that? David.
I don't know exactly who that is, but I've seen some other people mention his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I don't know. People are blaming like the one guy. I mean, I don't really think it's the guy next
I
door.
would think just because you have more wounds, you might just be the person that took longer to kill. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, are you talking about the guy with the wounds with the wife?
No, I'm talking about the girl that had the most wounds in the house might have the most wounds because she was the hardest to kill. Believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? Or she put up the most struggle, so that person had to do more to her. You know what I'm saying? And there really was no intended victim.
I thought she was the target, in my opinion, because the other girl, her friend Kaylee, she had the vehicle. She wasn't supposed to be there. And like Ethan, he doesn't live there, but like I guess he like sleeps there. I don't know. I personally thought that he probably walked out into it, and then his girlfriend obviously just maybe woke up and heard it, and that was it. And I don't think the two girls that live there, whatever, their roommates that didn't hear anything, I don't think they have anything to do with it, honestly. I don't know. From a guy that lived there, he says you can't hear. He claims like if you're in that apartment, like you can't hear things upstairs. Or maybe they thought it was something else. Maybe they had AirPods. Maybe they had the radio on. Who knows? I don't really think they have anything to do with it.
I don't know.
I mean, I think,
if I had,
really?
if it's related to young people, I think they're going to have something to do with it. If it's not related to young people, then I don't think they got nothing to do with it. But if there's some young people did it, they knew what was up.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, if it was somebody from like the college or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was some young college
I know.
person,
Then
I
I
would
started
think, okay,
thinking
y'all
like
are
a
full
whole
of
nother
shit.
way with the college.
If this is some stranger, then I would say, okay, they're luckiest people on the planet.
No, absolutely, I agree with you.
You know, thank God they're alive, kind of thing. So,
yeah, no, I definitely agree. If it's somebody from the frat house or whatever, the college, definitely they would know. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and there has to be rumors. Think about rumors on the internet. Think about the rumors that are going around that college.
Oh, I know. Oh my God.
It's probably way worse than what's going around on the internet.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Everybody's looking at each other like a killer. Can you imagine going to college, you looking at your college in class?
Oh, I
wouldn't.
If that was my kid, forget about it. Yeah, I wouldn't let them go back. I wouldn't let my kid go back there. I would have them do it from home. Mm-mm.
Definitely.
Would you send your kid? Let your kid go back? No way.
I mean, not while there's a
I
killer.
think they just don't want to say serial killer.
Not while there's a killer lurking in the loose. You know what I'm saying? I would want.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe that there's so many kids that went back, but I don't know. That's my opinion. All right.
All right, you be good.
You too.
All
Thanks.
right, peace. Yeah, the college is going to try to make it seem like it's an isolated attack so they don't feel like other kids are in danger at that college, right? Because, that community is a college community. A lot of the jobs there are because of the college and the kids being there. And, that college brings a lot of money to that community. And they don't want you to feel like you're in danger because when the kids pick their colleges, they want them to go to that college. So this whole isolated, it was a targeted attack. How do you know? You don't even know who did it. How do you know it's targeted? It's hard to say something like that because one person has more wounds. I could have put up a more of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have I could have been the first person you killed and you just felt like stabbing me more times. You know, it's like when you're in the mind of a crazy person, you don't know why they do what they do. You know, that could have been the girl he followed. That could have been the girl he stalked. That could have been his target. But the killing is killing. Most people target one person. They just kill that one person. Thank you, kind. They don't keep on killing. They don't just go room to room and kill people that ain't done nothing to them. Right? Usually people that kill you that you ain't done nothing to are serial killers. So it has that Ted Bundy vibe, you know? Now, if it comes out that, you know, these were the bad girls and they bullied somebody, you know, and there's this big... I'm going to have to check that out and see what's going on with that. I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit. Did they pick on somebody? Did they have enemies? Okay, now if they have enemies, that opens the plate. That makes it even worse because now anybody could have did it, right? If they got a bunch of enemies. I don't know if these girls were hated. My impression of them, they seem super nice. They look, every time you see pictures of them, they're smiling. The food truck, they seem real pleasant and nice and was sharing their food with you. They didn't seem very mean. We don't even know if all 4 of them got home at the same time that night. Yeah, I don't think they got home exactly at the same time. I know Maddie and them, they got home at 1:46. I think Kaylee was the last one killed, so she put the biggest fight because she was more awake. Yeah, you know, maybe the more sober person might have put up more of a fight. The drunker you are, probably the less fight you're going to put up because you know you're sleeping heavier, you're intoxicated, you know, and if somebody's standing over you while you're sleeping and stabs a knife into you, you really don't have a chance to defend yourself. Right? And if you're drunk and the person sleeping next to you, it don't wake them up. And they stab you, nobody really had a fighting chance. Really. If they were asleep, and they all been out drinking, every last single one of them, they didn't really stand a big chance. Okay? Eat sober with somebody sleeping, you might not stand a big fight. But think about that intoxicated. The odds go way down that you're going to survive that attack. Someone needs to try to talk to that family. Kaylee Maddie got home 1:56 and Ethan and Xana got home at 1. I thought it was 1:46. They went for the lungs and the kidneys. They knew what they were doing. Do you think the killer could have put the stools blocking the sliding door so they couldn't get out? I don't know. I heard that sliding glass door be unlocked all the time. I heard that multiple people had the codes to the door. I heard that a month ago. That, it was a party house and that code, they would give that code out to people so that they didn't have to get up to open the door. They could have been cleaning up after the killing. Yeah, and none of them got I don't know if they have a bathroom in the downstairs, but none of them got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or nothing. And they slept in till noon. It seems strange. It seems a little strange to me. I don't know. Okay? The killer was already pumped up waiting on them. Is that what you think? Well, just a little recap if you're just tuning in. Like I said, I believe this case is getting cold. They don't really have much other than that car. And if that car don't pan out, then what? We back to nothing. Okay? And, like I said, I don't know if Billy Jawbone Leilani, Simon's mother, is out of jail yet. I haven't seen nothing with her out yet, but I've been on here for a few hours now, so I don't really know. Has anybody seen anything? If anybody in the chat room knows if Billy Joe's out, press 1. If you think she's still locked up, press 2. Let me see if anybody knows anything. Because I heard she had court today, that she goes back in front of the judge today. We don't know these kids and what they are capable of doing. Still locked up. Everybody thinks she's still locked up. I think she's still locked up too. Damn. I don't see no ones. I don't see no ones, Billy Joe. I heard from yesterday now, bail too. Yeah, when I looked, she had no bail. It said 0. 0. You know her number of what she is a 0. Okay? Just like her bail was 0. You know who didn't have a 0 bail? Dolly! Okay? Well, when I got there, I did. Now, should have been nicer to Bullhorn Betty, Billy Joe. She might be outside that jail protesting right now and they might let you out. But you ain't got Bullhorn Betty in your corner out there screaming the Constitution. Your ass is sitting. Okay? Yeah, you sure the Crypt Creeper would be online bragging about it? Yeah. He did an interview with Hidden Truth Crime. Trays. That's the best comment of the night right there. Billy Joe and Leilani. Trays. I guarantee that jail ain't got no Dolly soap. Okay? It don't got no Dolly soap. Speaking of which, we do still have some Dolly soap left in stock. We have the Christmas Wish and we have the Raspberry Lemonade. Okay? For everybody that's been asking me, do we still got any? Yes, we do. Okay? Now, let me explain how you get it. Simple. It's $14 a bar. That includes your shipping. You send the money to Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Screenshot your payment. Send it to my email. bestsoapinthegame@gmail.com. Include your screenshot, your name, your address, and what you ordered, and I will get it shipped out to you. That's what we have in stock right now. Christmas Wish and Raspberry Lemonade. Okay? So if you want either of those two, get your order in. All right? And I'll get it out to you probably tomorrow. All right? I'll ship it out tomorrow. No Christmas, no Quinton, no Christmas for Leilani or BJ, period. Now, if they kept BJ in jail through Christmas, I would just be like, hell yeah! Right? Now, the charge she's on ain't a bad charge unless they're holding you with no bond. But even if they hold you with no bond, you can put in for a bond hearing. So I don't know why she's still in jail. Unless when he gave her the contempt, he gave her time. Okay? Like when I got my contempt, the judge gave me 4 days. So what if he did the same thing to her? Like she's been hit with a contempt, but the contempt came with contempt of court, 3 days in jail, 5 days in jail, or whatever the day may be. And I don't think we're getting the whole story from the chair defend the baby killer squad. I don't think they're telling us they're being real truthful with us. All right. Look, guys, y'all just tuning in. Let's get me up to 1,000. I see we're only at 800 likes. Y'all do me a solid. Hit that like button for your boy Dolly. All right, let's see who this is. Dolly. Okay. Nobody that important. They didn't want to talk. They wanted to call, but didn't want to talk. What was she arrested for? Contempt of court. Okay. Now, people are saying different reasons. She had a phone. She had an earpiece. She didn't write a thank you letter or a sorry letter to the judge. There's been all kind of rumors. But the fact is, she's in jail. Dolly.
Yes. Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, Linda Helmick from California.
Hey, Linda.
Hi. I don't think this case is going to go cold. I don't think the dad would let it go. I don't think the parents at all would let it go cold.
I mean, if they don't have nothing, then what are they going to do?
I think they'll just keep going. I mean, they got a car.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, I know that's the best lead right now in it is the car, you know. But what if this car don't pan out? Then what do you got then? You ain't got much of nothing.
Well,
there's no
that's true.
witnesses. Nobody's seen nothing. There's not even a description of the assailant. So we don't know if it's a man, a woman, how tall, nothing, white, black, purple, nothing.
That's true, but I do think it was a man. I
It's
don't think
definitely
a woman.
Man. I don't think a woman could
do all of that.
Yeah, I don't think a woman did all that either. I ain't saying there ain't women
No.
out there that ain't capable of doing that, but the odds are that ain't a woman.
Yeah, I agree. I totally think it's a man. I think it's someone they know. I think it's someone that's been in the house before and knew the layout of the house. I don't know. Well, that's my thoughts on it anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you. Yeah, it might be. All right. You be good.
You too, Dolly. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. All right. So, yeah, somebody could have knew the layout of the house, but you still got to think they went in there, murdered people with people in the house, knowing they wouldn't be interrupted too, or they didn't know the two people were in the house. Heaven 57 ordered pink sugar a while back, but if you don't have any of that in stock, I'll take Christmas wish. I'll send a receipt to your email. Thank you. Okay, Heaven, if you ordered it, then pink sugar, then it's shipped out. We do got some pink sugar left, I believe. Yeah, we got pink sugar left. I said, what did I say? Christmas wish, raspberry lemonade, and we have pink sugar. Okay. So if you ordered it and you sent the screenshot, it'll get shipped out to you, definitely. I take orders in the way they're received. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Ashley. How are you?
Hey, Ashley. I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, first of all, with Billy Joe, I think Leilani's ruling on Billy Joe. She's using her defense as something happened to the baby, but it's not her problem because she wasn't responsible for the baby.
Because she wasn't responsible. Yeah, I mean, that's what
Billy
I would
Joe
fight in
had
court. That's what I would say.
Billy Joe had custody, so if the baby did drown, then Billy Joe's responsible for the kid, not Leilani.
And she walks.
That's going to be her defense.
I bet you.
Or
right.
they both could.
I bet you're right. That's what I would.
According to the family member, I heard Leilani wants Billy Joe in jail with her. Apparently, Leilani wants all attention from her mom and blames her mom for her upbringing. And her defense is going to be that it wasn't her responsibility to watch those kids.
You might need to be her defense attorney, because I think that's what they probably most likely would run with, that she didn't have custody of the kids. Billy Joe did. This kid has accidentally died under the custody of Billy Joe, not Leilani.
Exactly. And that's why they're holding Billy Joe.
Thank you, Heaven. I don't know if that's why they're holding her, because just because she don't like her or wants her in jail with her don't mean they can put you in jail. She's done something.
I mean, it's a sense in Leilani's talking and coming up with a plea deal and turning on her mom.
Yeah, trays mean food trays, Joan. Somebody asked what trays mean. Yeah, they
You don't know,
in
that's
jail.
good.
There's so many people, so when they come in with the food, they scream trays, right? That means the food's there, and it's on like a plastic or metal tray. So,
If you don't know, be gone.
Don't go. You don't want to hear that word, trays. You know.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't something you want to be hearing.
But that's what I think's going on with Billy Joe. And as far as the Idaho 4, I think that fraternity needs looked into. I think that David Loki, that's who Ethan got into a fight
Small
with.
town, send that to me.
What?
I was just saying something to somebody in the chat room.
Yeah. The fraternity is not saying a word. I think they know, and they're covering for these boys. And that's who Ethan got into an argument with at the fraternity house.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so many theories out there. It's hard to tell. Hopefully the police know more than we do. But look, I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Peace. Have a good one.
Peace. All right, guys. I'm going to close that phone line. I got a couple minutes with you here, guys, in the chat. And then I'm going to get out of here for like an hour. But I will be back tonight. Okay? Later tonight. Not late tonight, but just later tonight. I just need like an hour or so. Get me some food and stuff like that. And I'm going to come back up here. There's some other things I want to talk about tonight, too. So, I appreciate everybody that came by. Everybody that's called in. All right? Everybody that has given this video a like. There's still like 1,000 of you here. If you haven't, give Dolly a like. You don't want me homeless. Lolo will be cold. Look. Say bye, everybody, Lolo. Say bye, everybody. Say bye. All right, later, YouTube. Y'all guys have been good. Lolo says like the video or she's going to come to your house and bite you in the face, okay? And you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night with a rabid chihuahua on your grill piece, okay? So give the video a like so me and Lolo don't end up homeless. And I will see you guys in about an hour. Peace.